Ayan. Hello. Ayan. Ayan. Good afternoon, everyone. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Happy Monday. Ayan. Hi, Coach Darwin. Hi, Walter.
Hello po.
Happy Monday.
Ako makapag-on ng camera.
Ayan. So, today, guys, I hope that, nag-early dinner kayo kasi sobrang ganda ng topic din natin today, and that's strategic branding, di ba? And Coach Walter will be teaching us ano ba yung anatomy of strategic branding. So, yan. So, Coach Walter, yun pala muna. I-acknowledge muna natin yung presence ng mga nanonood sa atin. So, ano naman kayo? Comment muna pala kayo. Ayan. So, ayan, we have Sir Jeffmer. Good evening po. Ayan. Yes. And we have Facebook user, happy first Monday of 2021. So yun guys, sa mga nanonood po ngayon, for us to be able to acknowledge po yung messages nyo, i-allow nyo po si StreamYard para makita po yung name nyo. Ayan. Ayan, another Facebook user says so good evening po sa inyong lahat na nanonood. And we really hope na today marami po kaming ma-share sa inyo na bago, di ba? Sabi nga, new year, new life, new learnings, di ba? Ayan. Miss Fanny, ayan, good evening din po. And, uy, ito, happily namin. Sana ano kaya sila ng husband ko. Miss Sunshine, good evening po. And, very, lang kasi, rare lang yung mga tagorda. So, baka ka mag-anak na ng husband ko. So, yan. Good evening po. So, yan. So, guys, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. And we don't want to waste your time din naman. So, we'll give the floor to, yung screen pala to Coach Walter. So, Coach Walter, kamusta? G na ba?
Hello, good evening. Naririnig niyo ako?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Ayan, okay na yung audio ko. Kanina hindi ako makaano eh. Hi, good evening guys. And
Good evening.
hello.
Sorry.
So, Happy New Year. Ayan, bagong taon, bagong learning, sabi nga ni Coach Trixie. And I'm very excited to talk more about a 2021 version of branding webinar. Ayan. So, I spent my vacation upskilling, and ayun, part of that is IG marketing, and yun yung pinag-aralan ko during the staycation dito lang naman sa bahay. And I can say that it's pretty it's pretty good. It went well. Ang dami kong natutunan for a short period of time. Ayun. But today I'm not going to talk more about that. And yes, Happy New Year, Miss Geraldine. And let me just share my screen. Coach Trixie, there is a Chris na naririnig ako on the background. Not sure if from where yung
Where naman sa akin?
okay, sige. Pero loud and clear yung yung voice ko.
Hey guys, clear ba sa end niyo yung voice ni Coach Walter? Kindly comment if clear or type 8 if clear. Hit natin yung comments nila. Pero sana clear naman.
Okay. Sige. Baka sa internet ko lang kasi may narinig ako on the background. But anyway, so let's continue. Let me just share my screen. Sige, wait lang. Ayan. Sharing na ba?
Hindi, wala.
Hindi pa. Wait lang. Clear. Okay. How about this one? Okay na? Can you please type can you please tell me if okay na yung screen so that we could start?
Yes, nakikita naman na.
Alright. So, yeah, thank you
So,
for the
uh,
confirmation.
sige, iwan ko na sa'yo yung screen, Coach Walter. God bless. Happy learning, guys.
All right. So today we're going to talk about uncovering the anatomy of strategic branding. And I will walk you through the end-to-end kung ano ba talaga yung skeleton at DNA ng isang branding. And I know this is a taboo topic to all ecompreneurs out there, but this is a very essential learning as well as a very essential tool for you to scale your e-commerce business, not only for dropshippers, not only for mga nag-rebrand or resellers, but also if you want to go big and bring home the bacon, technically you need branding on your side. And the least thing that we want to happen to your business is to fade eventually if it doesn't cope with the strategic branding na tinatawag natin. So, ngayon I will walk you through kung ano ba yung mga laman ng branding natin. Kasi a lot of people, a lot of naysayers, well, madami din akong na encounter ng mga tao and business owners as well. And mga prospects and clients talking about branding and they have the same comment. And malalaman nyo yun mamaya kung ano yung sinasabi ko na they have the same comment. They have the same opinions. They have the same notions, insights about branding. And I will crush those comments right here, right now. So I want you to put your thinking caps on kasi it's going to be medyo madami-daming input, data, and information na i-feed ko. So ano yun lang natin, himay-himayin natin, konti lang pero rock pa rin. Okay? Okay ba yun? Type it if you're ready. Ready? And thank you so much for the 75,000 viewers right now here in our free Facebook, live in our page, and also live in Smart Mompreneur and in our free group, Six Figure Ecom, Build Your E-Commerce Business. So thank you so much for your support. So let's get it on. Uncovering the anatomy of strategic branding. Para ako nasa radyo. Anyway, so what is your brand? Ayan, I've been talking a lot about branding, brand identity. Ang daming pinag-uusapan about brand. Brand technically is your experience towards the company or the organization or a certain product. It's not about the product itself, but it's about the feeling, the perception, and the experience that you had when you purchase a particular product. When you go to Starbucks, ano yung mafe-feel mo, ano yung nainom mo, ano yung naramdaman mo, that's technically the brand. So hindi lang yung packaging, hindi lang yung logo, hindi lang yon ang nangyari behind those brand na tinatawag nila. So, your brand is divided into two pillars. Ito yung tinatawag kong brand strategy, brand expression. So, sa brand strategy, we can have the brand DNA and the brand positioning. Sa brand expression naman, we have this brand voice and brand identity. Now, if you can see it, ang daming naka-bullet dyan. Actually, this is a refined version of easy to go setup for branding. If I'm going to present the complete spectrum of the brand, it's going to be wild. It's going to be overloading information for you. So I cherry pick those topics that can, well, maybe pwede nyong gawin din on your dropshipping company or maybe in your reselling company or kung online sellers kayo or even you're owning a personal brand right now, ito yung cherry pick version ng brand, complete brand natin na pag-uusapan ngayon. So, purpose under the brand DNA, this is what you call the internal brand ha. Ito yung internal, ito yung intangible. Ito yung hindi nahahawakan. The purpose, the mission, the vision, the core values. Okay, I'm corny and I'm getting cornier in the long run as we go along kasi maybe it's something new with you, so medyo ano talaga, medyo something new, fresh yung maririnig nyo, but corny man as you perceive it, but this is the very foundation of your brand, even if the very foundation of yourself, the purpose, your mission, your vision, your core values. And hop onto the brand positioning, we will understand what are the customer avatar, your buyer's persona. It's easy to tell na you identify your target market, but technically a lot of business owners right now are struggling dito pa lang sa phase na to. They really don't know where to sell or sino yung bebentahan nila. Yung iba nga, puro na lang benta, nakakasawa, di ba? And then, understanding your competitor and of course, what is the unique value proposition that you hold briefly and dearly na ikaw lang yung meron na yon. Brand voice, of course, the personality, akala nyo, puro product lang. Actually, the brand has personality. And what is the brand story? What's the brand promise? What is the brand tagline na sasabihin mong love ko to? Ito yung brand ko, ito yung business ko, 'di ba? And ano yung voice? Ano yung tone of voice nyo? What are the languages that you're using in order for you to connect at the emotional level of your audience? And then of course, the favorite of all, the brand identity and the logo, the branding guide if ever you have already, the mood boards, kung anong look and feel ng packaging, ng mock-ups nyo, kung anong look and feel 'pag nahawakan na yung brand, anong loob, anong partition ng mga ano yung container na gagamitin. So, technically, the brand identity yan. And this is part of the what I call surface, but the tangible ones. Ito yung madalas na hahawakan natin. So, that's technically the whole spinal cord of our complete brand. So, So by the way, magpapakilala lang ako. By the way, I am Haynes Walter Rogon. If Haynes is too much German for you, you can call me Walter. And I am a course creator. I recently launched a social media marketing course. I had two batches already, and right now we are revamping the course, and we named it Content Generator Formula. Where we'll be focusing more on the social media branding and marketing side, and specifically content creation. Kung paano ba talaga i-position yung product or yung offer mo through your content na talagang makaka-drive ng engagement, sales, and traffic. And I've been an insurance agent, magtatatlong taon na din ako sa sales industry and uh, I would say ang ganda pa lang sa sales. Ang ganda magbenta, ang ganda ng alam mo yun, if you're going to ask me, sales topic is my cup of tea. So, ganun siya. And, but my professional background, I was a cost analyst in one of the German investment banks. Halos tatlong taon ako nagstay doon. And I talk more about the profit and loss financial statement, more about numbers. I talk about the projection of the department's cost reduction, basta lahat ng cost, ganun the plan, the future, ano yung difference between the future cost tapos yung actual na nangyari. So i-analyze namin 'yon. So technically more of business side than a costing. So I am a content and brand strategist. I help course creators, ecompreneurs to skyrocket their sales through a powerful and impactful brand and content. And if you're going to ask me my personality, I'm more of a sage. It's sage brand archetype. If you search that in the internet, it was promulgated by Carl Jung. So, brand archetypes technically kung ano yung personality ng brand mo. And ako, Sage, I'm a researcher, a thinker, and if I'm going to give a archetypal mix, I'm more of an outlaw, medyo palaban, rebellious, pero I'm a thinker. I usually don't conform sa norm. Nagre-research ako tapos binabasa ko yung normal and ini-implement ko siya pag meron akong naiisip. So that's me. I am an introverted INTP type A. And I've been through a lot of courses or school, yan, mga academy. Ang tinatawag na seminaryan, ako po yun. Ako po yung definition nun. I'm a mentee of the Brandmasters Academy by Coach Stephen Horgan. So, hindi po siya Pinoy. At sobrang dami kong natutunan sa branding alone pa lang. And strategy pa lang, sobrang sulit na ng course. And well, one of the proudest siguro si Coach Darwin. Na-member ako, packmate ako, Top Dog Copywriter Alpha. Yun, copywriting yung naging foundation ko, digital marketing and branding. And I am member of the Inbox Society by Coach Alan Ngo, the founder of Digital Solopreneur. And then I think one of the best then when it comes to email copywriting. And we call ourselves, disciple of persuasion. So, hi coach kung nanonood ka man. Branding Strategy Masterclass, graduate din ako by Fresh Parks by Coach Sonia. So, sa US based naman to. And strategy lang to, it's more of the DNA of the brand, but the positioning, it's not about the identity and the voice. So, magkaiba pa yung tinatawag na brand expression tsaka brand strategy. Then, brand storyteller ako, student din ako ni Kristen McCall. Mga kasabayan niya ni Peng Jun, Russell Bransons. Tama ba yung word ko? Anyway, and then, yeah, content strategy student ako ni Katie Wright by KW Content. So, technically, it's more of digital marketing. And pinagsama-sama ko na buo yung branding. So, that's the story. And pinag-apply na yon sa mga naging clients ko at ngayon sa stores na hinahandle ko, sa mga brands na hinahandle ko. So, technically, yun pinagsama-sama na siya. So, but some of you would say, Walter, ang gastos mo naman. Totoo, magastos talaga when you invest in your personal development. And wala, ano siya, mas marami, how would you convince people to invest on your business if you don't bother to invest mismo? Kasi magre-resonate yun eh, 'di ba? Magre-resonate yung sinasabing bakit ako mag-invest sa dropshipping company mo? Hindi ka nga nag-invest dito sa company na to. If you watch startups, sorry, medyo spoiler, di ba? Hanji Pyong usually said na dapat you find a good CEO. How can you be a good CEO if you don't invest in yourself? 'Di ba? How can you be a good CEO of your company if hindi ka naman nagbi-build ng network, kung hindi ka naman hindi mo inaayos yung sarili mo, di ka nagbabasa ng libro if ever, hindi mo ina-apply yung mga learnings mo to turn your knowledge to ability. So, it's okay na maggastos kasi in the long run, babalik at babalik yun. Priceless na yung knowledge and ability na na-acquire mo during the learning process. So, right now pa lang sasabi ko sa inyo, mag-invest on your knowledge. And thankfully, nandito kayo ngayon because you're investing your time to learn. So, congratulations. Now, brand strategy. Pag-usapan natin yung brand DNA na tinatawag. The purpose, if you heard this already from Simon Sinek, the golden circles, it's easier for people to, pag nasa conversation kayo, it's easier to answer the question that started with what and how. Pero ang hirap sagutin ng bakit. Why do you things ganyan ganyan? Why do you do what you do right now? Bakit bakit 'di ba? Ang hirap sagutin. That's why Japanese created the fishbone diagram kung paano mag root cause analysis, the why analysis as well. Kasi the the inner or the essence of a person should be answered by why. Parang sabi sa Nestle, 'di ba? Sa Nescafe, para kanino ka bumabangon? So, ikaw na listener, bakit ka nga ba bumabangon at para kanino? 'Di ba? Kasi kung hindi ka clear sa why mo ngayon at tapos mag-invest ka pa sa brand mo, mag-put up ka ng business tapos hindi ka rin clear kung ano yung purpose ng business na 'yan, di wala din. It's not sustainable. And then maybe you see a lot of people winning, maybe you see a lot of drop shippers earning this much and that much, then shiny object syndrome, nasilaw ka, gusto mo na din mag-drop shipping. But technically, that's not the point. That's not how you do business. As Coach Tracy mentioned before, ito yung tumatak sa akin. E-commerce is not a part-time job. Ulitin ko, e-commerce is not a part-time job. Hindi siya extra income. Kasi if you want to scale, if you want to focus, know your why, then maging full-time business owner ka. Yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. And totoo yun, kasi clarity. Ano ba yung purpose? Why are you doing business? For extra income? Baka extra income lang din talaga. Hindi talaga potential income that you could have a lot of possibilities, unlimited income possibilities na ma-earn mo. So, know your purpose, know your mission, saan ka papunta, ano yung vision mo. Kasi from there pa lang, nasilaw ka lang, well, I mind you, hindi yan sustainable. After 3 months, 6 months, wala na. Kasi sabi mo, nalugi naman, 3 months pa lang, and then ayaw mo na agad. So, purpose, mission, vision, pagsama-sama mo, plus yung core values. Ito yung namimiss ng karamihan na brand owners. Akala kasi nila, once na may website na, mamaya pag-usapan pa natin yan, once may product na, they find a winning product, akala nila mag-win na yon. And as our ecom queen right now mentioned, Coach Trixie, don't make your don't fight for a winning product. Make your product wins. Tama ba? Tama ba, Coach? Don't find a winning product. Make your product wins. So, ibig sabihin nun, di porket may mga tao na nagbebenta ng health and wellness and then they're earning this much, mag-business ka na rin na ng ganon. Kasi ano yung personality mo, ano yung values mo, ano yung purpose mo, hobby mo ba yung about health and wellness? Kasi baka mamaya hindi ka rin makasagot kung ano yung mga technicalities nun. Well, actually you can learn a lot or maybe you can research about the products, but wouldn't it be nicer or better if yung isang product na ginagawa mo ngayon is someone or something that you are emotionally attached with? Like for example, uh, mga sapatos. Mahilig kang mag-collect ng sapatos eh. Kasi alam nyo yun, nagre-resonate kasi yung hindi na siya benta, hindi na siya trabaho. Nagiging passion mo siya. Kasi you're a collector of shoes. Kasi pagbebenta ka, it's easier for you to promote that products. Kasi the ins and outs of those products, alam mo, from its fragments, from its origin, from the history of this product, from the name, alam mo siya eh. 'Di ba? The fabrics, alam mo 'yun. Kaya mas maganda na 'pag naghanap kayo ng product ngayon, make it sell. 'Wag yung parang, ito kasi winning product until wala na. Like for example, the face mask, 'di ba? The face shields. Before the start of pandemic, yes, demand, malaki yung demand, but a lot of business owners na nalugi because they think that this nagbibilis ng bulto-bulto nga hindi nila ma-dispose and they bought it at a higher price. Ngayon, they selling it at a lower price rather. So, nalugi sila. Bakit? Kasi hype lang. We call it parang fad marketing, yung parang pangmadalian lang. So, it's not sustainable if hindi ka emotionally attached doon sa product na yon. Kung gagawin mo siya, make it a point na ito 2 months lang to, pang fill in kasi wala akong benta, pang dagdag-dagdag lang, ganon. But if you are a brand owner, a brand builder, it's going to hurt your brand. Dagdag ka ng dagdag ng iba't ibang product. That doesn't make sense. And then, pag nakahanap ka na ng product, or let's say winning product, or may gusto kang product na ibenta, understand the customer's journey. Understand the persona of your buyer. Bakit, saan ba sila tumatambay? How they can access information? How can they reach you in terms of logistics and channels? Kasi baka mamaya, sa Shopee pala yung mga buyers na yun tumatambay. Tapos sa website ka lang nagbebenta. It's good if you want to be more exclusive. But based on your research, sa Shopee madalas nandoon ang wholesalers or retailers, so to speak. And then, ikaw as a brand owner, gusto mo i-position sa website lang. Maybe it's going to hurt your ROI kasi the research said na doon ang tambayan ng mga customers mo, specific for your target market. It's going to be a different scenario pag halimbawa, oy, Lazada, ganito, ganyan. Sa Lazada sila nakatambay. Then, ang gagawin mo, doon mo i-position yung brand mo. And then I've talked to one of the brand owners din. Di ko na sabihin yung brand name. Sabi ko sa kanya, bakit ayaw mo magbenta sa Shopee or sa Lazada? Then, ang sabi naman niya, ayoko kasi kung saan-saan may access yung tao o yung customers ko. Ulitin ko. Sabi niya, ayoko kasi na ang daming kung saan-saan kumakalat yung products ko. Yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. And I'm not sure if she did her research, the brand owner, Pero, ang point niya doon is pinapanindigan niya. And she's really doing it pretty well. Ang ganda ng traffic, ang ganda ng sales, sustainable yung business. At sobrang premium din kasi nung website, sobrang premium ng products. Kaya sabi niya, dito lang talaga ma-access yung products na yun. And then, after that, competitor. Sino yung competitor mo in the market? And ito naman ako, research. Sorry, love ko talaga mag-research at mangialam ng, ng buhay ng iba. Ah, well, pag sinabi kong research, hindi ko sinabi na pumunta ka ng library and pull out some books and study some ganito. Kasi actually, kung if you find it tedious, you can actually use Facebook for your research. So for example, type a keyword lang. Let's say ang binebenta mo ay travel backpack. Okay, travel backpack. Saan ba tumatambay yung mga customers mo? Ano yung language nila? Hanapin mo 'yon sa customer journey mo. Then sa competitor check, sino yung mga kalaban mo diyan? Let's say ah sino mga na bag? North Face for example, Sandugo, I'm not sure kung may backpack sila. So or let's say premium Samsonite, ganon, L or ah wala nga akong maisip. Pero, so you have to check what are they doing, ano yung ginagawa nila, ano yung positioning nila, ano yung unique value proposition nila. Kasi dun mo i-leverage kung yung product mo has an edge over the competitor. Then dun ka magpo-focus on your message kasi gagawa ka ng unique value proposition. Na itong product namin, hindi ito makikita sa ibang product. Kasi kung hindi mo yun gagawin, let's say dropshipper ka, lahat kayo nagbebenta ng ah yung sling bag na kulay brown, medyo uso yun dati, kasagsagan ng pandemic. So ang daming nagda-dropship ng sling bag na yon, they source it from Alibaba or they use Oberlo and AliExpress. Tapos ang dami ng seller. Pag tiningnan mo, pare-parehas ng mukha. Saan sila nagkakaiba sa presyo? And then it's going to hurt your brand kung puro presyo ang labanan. Now, ang ginawa ng isang seller, di ko mapakita ngayon. Ginawa ng isang seller is, dinaan niya sa content, dinaan niya sa colors. Then ginawa niya premium look yung yung store niya. So anong nangyari, mas maganda yung traction doon, mas marami yung reaction sa ads more than doon sa isa na nag-buy one take one na wala pa rin bumibili. Kasi ang ginawa niya, ah, pinalakas niyo yung brand voice, pinalakas niyo yung brand identity. Kasi dropshipper wala ka nang magagawa. Yun na yung product. Then ginawa niya yung content niya very emotional level yung atake ng content. Then siya lang yung nag-own ng colors ng, for example, the green one. Green one yun and then tapos medyo darkish type. So medyo premium ang dating sa akin. Kaya yun, naging ano niya yun, naging strength yun ng brand niya. And as cliche as it gets, you can start your SWOT analysis. What are the strengths or weaknesses or opportunities and threats that you can that embodies your brand right now. So ganun siya. So it's not about winning. Ito na yon, gusto ko na mag-resell, gusto ko na magbenta, hindi gano'n. Okay? Mag-umpisa tayo sa basic kasi this is the basic of selling, branding. So pag wala ka nito, I don't know you should go in the long run. Hindi ko alam. Baka eventually mawawala ka na lang sa market na parang bula. So that's going to hurt your money, your pocket kasi nag-invest ka at of course time. But well, at least you learned. Pero ngayon, you're learning na you start with this one for you to avoid the future mistakes. Next is yung brand voice. So sa brand voice naman, I read last July 2020 when I had a branding um I took the course about branding. Coach Stephen mentioned that the future of branding is your brand being humanized, being a person. It feels like you're a person already. Although brand siya. Kaya sabi ko, o nga no, ang ganda ng take na yon kasi a lot of brand owners right now or a lot of online sellers, type 8 if you agree. Pag pumunta ka sa Facebook page nila, business account, makikita mo pa nagbebenta ng sapatos, puro sapatos ang pictures. Agree? Sino nakaka-relate dito? Or kahit mga resellers or even networkers, magbebenta ng supplements, tapos ang makikita mo puro supplements. Minsan nga puro pera. Anyway. Or let's say, mga nagbebenta ng mga perfume. Ang makikita mo doon, yung product nila na perfume. Walang emotional connection. Bakit? Container lang naman yun eh. 'Di ba? The very first advice that I could give you right now is humanize your brand. Maglagay ka ng tao. Maglagay ka ng tao sa creative, maglagay ka ng tao sa content, sa website. Lagyan mo ng tao. Kasi paano makakonect yung tao sa robot, sa machine? And picture speaks thousand of words, 'di ba? So picture pa lang na 'yon, kailangan alam na nila na, uy, exciting 'to. Uy, ano siya, maganda 'to. Or medyo gloomy yung dating niya, bagay na bagay ito sa ano ko, sa outfit ko na ano, pang autumn season. So there's a personality for every brand. And later we'll talk more about that. And also focus on the story. Let's say, ano yung brand story mo? And you can create micro-series na sinasabi mo, this is the founding story of my brand. Pinili ko yung bag pa kasi ako kasi ay kailangan every gala, iba-iba yung backpack. Or every pagpunta ng office, ito yung Monday bags ko, ito yung Tuesday, ito yung Wednesday. Daming bag kong collections. And then, I guess I can, as a bag collectors or sa isang taong mahilig bumili ng mga bags, I can totally relate to those people na they want bags. Iba't ibang purpose, iba-ibang occasion, iba-ibang bags. So ngayon, pwede ka mag-create ng micro-series stories doon. Let's say, for example, pupunta ako ng party. And then sa voice mo, sa tone mo ng voice, pag minarket mo na siya, ganito na yun. This is the bag for every party goer. This is the bag for every party goer. No noise can distract your ano. No noise or music can or any amount of sound decibel can destroy your fashion because your this bag can carry you all throughout, and even you can score a date just flaunting this bag, just flexing this bag. So that's the content, that's the story na gusto mong i-convey sa mga tao. And then that's more emotional. Oo nga pala, lifestyle pala. Ang target market ko yung mga party goers who want to be more fashionable whenever they want to go in a certain concert or party or occasion or gathering, for example. So that's the story. That's sa story pa lang ngayon, may target market ka na. Meron ka ng unique value proposition because ito lang yung bag na pwede mong dalhin sa party na hindi ida-drop yung pagiging fashionable mo. Personality, you are somehow classy, sophisticated. That's the characteristics of the bag and the brand. Then there is a story na pagpunta ka ng party. You uphold this sophistication still. Parang ganon. And the voice is medyo ano siya, hindi naman siguro maarte, but it's more of a class. Class yung dating ng voice mo, yung tone of voice mo when you present your brand to the people, to your target market. And it should be resonate from your social media accounts, from your websites, sa content na ginagawa mo, sa IG marketing, for example, or even the copywriting that you have, the content copy, lahat yon sa YouTube mo, or meron kang Google Ads na sineset ngayon, lahat ng yon dapat mag-resonate. Kailangan isa ang boses, isa ang personality, plus nag-resonate dun sa tina-target mo talagang tao. As in laser focus, na siya talaga yung gusto kong pagbentahan, sorry. And then plus, the identity, na favorite ng lahat, yung logo, does it resonate to your target market? Ito ba talaga yon? And then, did you follow the branding guide that the brand strategist set? Or kung wala man lang, kahit ano na lang siguro, it's up to you. It's up to you. meron ka mang mood boards na pwedeng paggayahan ng mga pegs. Tapos ito yung gusto ko. And then those mood boards actually, you can actually find it from your competitor. Ito yung ginagawa ng competitor ko. So ito din yung mood na gusto kong iset kasi tapos baguhin ko lang konti kasi sila hindi nag-offer nito. Yung A kasi yung offer nila. Ako, meron akong ABC. Sila A lang. So that's UVP. And it can be shown to your mood boards, to your branding guide, the brand, and then mock-ups as well. So ipe-present mo yun. And all else, from packaging, logo, website, lahat ng marketing materials, digital assets that you own, kailangan isa yung mukha nun. That hindi ako malilito. Dapat Jollibee lang siya. Jollibee lang. And imagine this. Picture this with me. Can you accept the fact that Jollibee will turn out violet in the next years to come? That's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer. But if you really want to answer, type it if you agree, type one if no. Okay, Coach Trixie, pag-guide na lang if there are people who are answering in the comment section. But the thing is, Jollibee owned the red and white and somehow may yellow na color. They own that color. They own the mascot Jollibee itself, the big B. They own that. And it becomes their brand equity. Pag sinabi kong equity, nagiging asset na nila 'yon. Kasi biruin mo pag nag ano ka ng children's party, bukod pa yung bayad kay Jollibee, 'di ba? Yung mascot, tapos sasayaw-sayaw siya. So it became the asset of the company na technically ano lang siya una, logo lang siya, naging mascot na. So in the long run, if you invest more on your brand, it will give you more fortune. It will give you more money because if you spend more money in your business, yung dating nun, magdo-double pa, magto-twice pa. Kaya nga dapat pag may ROI ka na, portion of that kailangan nakaset na sa branding and marketing. Ganon siya. So, and I cannot blame everyone na nandito ngayon na sinasabi, gusto ko logo lang pagawa ko sa'yo. Yun lang kasi yung ano ko, yung afford ko. Or maybe yun lang talaga ang alam ko. Kasi the brand identity, kaya siya laging napapansin na yun yung brand ko. Pero in fact hindi. Kasi we can communicate, we can connect with those identity kasi nahahawakan natin yung packaging, ano yung mukha ng packaging. So there is a human connection. We can build relationship to those colors. Colors pa lang may sinasabi na message sa'yo. The look and feel, mararamdaman mo na agad yon. The bida ang saya dito sa Jollibee. So that's how you project your brand, your complete brand. Kailangan, if I know napapansin nyo to sa website, nandun ang mission and vision ng company. So if it's not important, those big brands have those brand stories. So why can't you? Kasi ano lang ako, part-time lang. So that's the mindset that I think iba. Iba sa atin parehas. Kasi ito lang yung iniisip mo ngayon. You don't think big. Hindi mo iniisip na mag-scale ka. Gusto mo mag-dropshipping ka all throughout, that's totally fine. Pero ako kasi, I would really suggest na what if we can turn or we can flip the coin na before nandun ka sa heads, inisip mo na mas maganda mag-dropshipping. Punta tayo sa tail. What if ikaw yung maging supplier dun sa mga gusto maging dropshipper? And if in order for you to be a supplier, you have to complete the anatomy of branding strategic branding. If you want to be a supplier, if you want to be a brand owner, you have to complete the anatomy of a strategic branding. Okay? Kasi pag hindi mo siya gawin, paano maniniwala yung dropshipper sa'yo? Or pwede nyo sabihin sa akin, I don't have the capacity to build a brand. Mamaya may share ko sa inyong case study. Magugulat kayo. Alright? Alright, so move on. Move on na tayo. And ito pa, my first ever client with branding strategy. Alam mo yung tanong niya sa akin, nakakatuwa at that's very a humbling experience kasi maganda na yung ano niya ngayon, yung kinatatayuan ngayon. When I sit on a call with the client, ito yung tanong niya, anong logo bagay sa products ko? And I was like, wait, bakit? Bakit logo? Branding yung pinag-uusapan natin. You see, there are a lot of business owners think that brand equals logo. But today, I'll tell you it's not. Today, I'll tell you it's not. Branding, pinakita ko na yung anatomy, it's not about logo. In fact, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung common mistake of business owners. That logo is their brand. And if you look at it, I know familiar na kayo, and it's very an old adage already that the tip of the iceberg, there is something beneath that or behind that or lower that, mas malaki pa. So, logo is just a tip of the iceberg. Brand is kung ano yung nasa loob nun. It's a deeper understanding the essence of the existence of the brand. Nandun siya. Kaya sinabi ko kanina, humanize your brand. There's a personality. A person has a why, so does the brand. There is a why. Bakit na-build yung brand na to? And it also proves that Nike is very powerful with their being efficient, being a champion, being an athletic, energetic, because pinanindigan nila na it's not about the check mark alone. It's about the experience that you can feel when I wear those shoes. Because I'm a champion. 'Di ba? So, if mapapansin nyo, yung mga pictures, yung mga packaging, yung creative, yung mga sabi ko, humanize your brand, ginagawa na nila. Ginagawa nila 'to. And they succeeded already with that. So, again, the question is, why can't you? Bakit puro offer? Bakit puro benta? Magkwento ka, yun yung sasabi ko. Kasi hindi, storytelling is greater than marketing. Storytelling is greater than marketing and people love stories. Kahit kayo, for sure, alam nyo pa yung kwento ni sino ba? Alam nyo yung kwento ni Albert Einstein, how he became a Nobel Prize awardee? Or maybe you know the Isaac Newton's law of gravitation at how did he discover gravity sa pagkahulog ng apple? And those stories na naririnig natin ngayon are legendary already. So pag sinabi mo na story, tell a story to your audience, it doesn't mean na magsusulat ka ng libro. Kasi for one picture alone, you agreed with me that pictures speaks thousands of words. So isang picture pa lang, it will give you a story na mismo. So for example, this man celebrating his win. Yun na yung story. Celebrating his win. And you can achieve being a champion with Nike. 'Di ba? So, ang ganda ng positioning, ang ganda ng strategy, ang ganda ng marketing, isa ang kulay, isa ang identity, isa ang message, that's Nike. Just do it. Again, logo is not a brand. And this one shows that ito yung piniperceive ng audience mo. Ito yung emotional connection sa brand mo. And this is your whole brand, this violet thing. This is your orange one, the brand identity. Yung logo, ito lang. Nandito lang siya. So if you focus your 90% of your time creating, calibrating, engineering your logo, then you're losing 90%. And 90% na yun should focus on strategy, not on logo alone. I'm not saying that it's not strategic if you focus on logo. What I'm telling you is don't focus your time in crafting a logo. Focus your time on the DNA, the internal brand, the tone, the voice, the overall look. Saka ka gumawa ng logo. Kasi ito yung brand na sinasabi ko. At yun yung magiging identifier through your logo. Kaya nga, if you look at it kanina, nauna ako sa brand DNA, brand positioning, brand voice, huli ang brand identity. Kasi you have to understand the core, the message. You have to understand the why, the purpose bago ka gumawa ng logo. Okay? So the next time that you want to connect with brand strategist, make sure kung magpapagawa kayo ng logo, alam nyo na kung ano yung gusto nyong mangyari sa brand nyo. Kasi if hindi, mas mapapamahal po yung charge nyo. Okay? Pag halimbawa may concept na kayo with your brand and you devise that concept, you show it to your graphic designer or brand strategist, mas mapapa-ikli po yung time frame ng implementation, tapos yung fee po is pababa. So, tip lang pag sa mga business owners dito. So, clarity agad ang hahanapin ng designer sa inyo. At sa inyo po dapat manggaling yun, hindi doon sa graphic designer. Why? Kasi sino yung magdadala ng brand? Si designer o ikaw? Unless ka-partner mo yon, business partner mo si designer. Okay? Okay pa po ba? Type 8 nga kung okay pa. Hindi ko makakita yung mga comments dito. Tingnan ko sa sa Facebook Live. Anyway, so moving on. Common mistakes of business owners number 2. Ito, pinagmimix nyo yung branding at marketing. Sinong guilty? Ako. Ako, guilty ako. Wait lang. Medyo nagka-technical difficulty po tayo. Yan. So, branding versus marketing. Sinong nalilito dito? Ayun, madami nalilito. And thank you for the 82,000 talaga na viewers right now. So, branding and marketing is different. Okay? Branding and marketing is different, but it can somehow connected with each other. Without branding, wala kang marketing. Ang ginagawa kasi ng iba, market agad, walang branding. Okay? So, marketing is, ayoko nang i-define yung marketing. You can browse a lot of resources telling you what is marketing all about. Pero ito kasi yung take ko. Marketing is, kailan mo ko sasagutin? Pag nanliligaw ka, marketing is, kailan mo ko sasagutin? Branding is, bakit kita sasagutin? Yung kailan kasi, it's easier for us to answer kung kailan sa mga girls dyan. It's easier for you to answer kailan. Maybe you are not sure, again, clarity, kasi hindi clear yung brand ng nanliligaw sa'yo. Siya na ba talaga? May hinahanap pa kasi ako, hindi ko pa nakita. Baka yung values niya hindi align sa akin. Baka yung mission niya sa buhay, hindi kami mag-connect. Baka yung vision niya sobrang baba, eh hindi ganun yung vision ko. So how would I carry the relationship if hindi kami align? And branding solves that issue. Kaya sa mga guys dyan na nanliligaw, ayusin niyo yung brand niyo. Ayusin niyo yung brand niyo. And then, para, binarket mo na yung sarili mo, kailan mo ako sasagutin, sasabihin na nililigawan mo, ready na ako kasi ito ka, ito ka. These are the reasons why, ito yung dahilan bakit kita gusto, bakit kita nagustuhan. Kasi yun yung brand mo. And connect lang natin sa product, marketing is like acquiring new clients or customers. Branding is they stay because of your brand. It helps you acquire new clients. Yes, marketing yun. Branding is the reason why existing customers become a loyal followers of your brand. 'Di ba? Sana all loyal. Type loyal kung loyal kayo. Ako, one of the brands that I really really love, Adidas. Sobrang akong fan ng Adidas. Very stylish, very heroism yung nafe-feel ko. Stylish, authentic, ganun kasi yung voice tone and language na ginagamit ni Adidas. And I can totally relate. I want my shoes to be more stylish. Pero Nike yung finiture ko kanina. Cliche ko, no? Pero sa students kasi lagi ko na ng example yung Adidas. Baka mamaya magpadala na sila ng shoe size 8.5 minsan 9, 'di ba? Baka magpadala sila ng Ultra Boost. Ayoko naman mangyari 'yon. So sana all loyal. And then I'm pretty sure you all have loyalty. Loyalty sa mga brands. Maybe you are loyal with Samsung or Apple, I don't know. Or maybe you are loyal with Anello rather than Herschel. Or maybe you're loyal with Lenovo. than Asus? I don't know. 'Di ba? So, sana all loyal. And to acquire loyal customers, strengthen your brand. Strengthen your brand. Babalik at babalik yan. Kasama yung customer service sa pag-strengthen ng brand. Kasi kung ano yung message at tone ng customer service mo, part yun ng brand voice mo. So dapat isa lang kayo. From the top organization, from the CEOs down to the employees or virtual assistants sa mga brand owners right now, kailangan iisa yung voice nyo. Kasi pag nag-iba-iba, that gives confusion sa customers. And you don't want to happen that, do you? 'Di ba? Now, I want to share a case study how loyalty is affects the psychology of choosing a brand. Wait, sinong familiar sa sa soda test na to? Anyone? Can you please type 8? Baka mamaya alam nyo na. Please, 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 wag po kayo maingay. The blind taste test. Type 8 if you already know this. Ayan. Medyo delay pala sa ano no, sa live. Okay, meron ng nakakaalam. Quiet po kayo, quiet. Ayan, so 8. Okay. So, ang nangyari dito nung 1975, medyo historical. 1975, Coke was the soda gorilla during that time. And Pepsi, parang kaumpisa pa lang yun and gusto niyang labanan si Coca-Cola. Okay? Um, Coca-Cola has a superior distribution system and they have this effective marketing meron silang effective marketing na in place and they have this incredible brand strategy already. They also acquire a lot of loyal customers para and those customers stay with them. Okay? So anong nangyari, as Pepsi, the new kid in town, transferee for example, if from one school to another, hindi ka kilala. Kasi yung mga nandun, na-build na yon eh. 'Di ba? Loyal customer na sila ni Coca-Cola. And they were they were very hungry to be on top. They were very hungry. And they are willing to exert a lot of money, to invest a lot of money and exert more effort para lang ma-overpower yung pagiging number one ng Coca-Cola. So there was they call it Pepsi Advertisement Challenge. You can search on YouTube right now, type blind taste test, ang daming lalabas diyan, or Pepsi taste blind taste test, or Coca-Cola blind taste test, ganyan. So, pag nag-research kayo doon, ang ginawa ng Pepsi, pumunta sila sa mall and invited people, bystander, di nila kilala, to have a taste on two sodas. Okay? Pero, blindfolded or hindi nila alam which is which. So, ang soda A is Coca-Cola. Soda B is Pepsi or interchangeable kung ano man yung ma-research nyo. Basta ganun yung setup. Yung isa Coke, yung isa Pepsi. Now, ang nangyari, alam nyo ba yung nangyari? Hindi nyo pa alam. Sa lahat ng mga nag-taste, ng blind taste test na yon, they find Pepsi more tasteful. They prefer the taste, the smell. They prefer it technically. Si Pepsi ang nanalo. Pero, ang sinasabi ng Coke na they are number one. Ang sinasabi ng Coke, preferred sila ng customers. But it turned out during that test, hindi pala. And then, yung ginawa ng Pepsi, in-advertise yun. And it went viral. Ang daming views, ang daming nakakita. And then, people are now curious about Pepsi. And then, boom, na-threaten yung Coke. So, ang ginawa nila, they compelled to respond. Kaya nagkaroon ng advertisement na Coke was better. It was also the time na may ginawa silang new Coke. Yan. And then Pepsi had a momentum during that time. And Coke is fearing a market share free fall. So yun yung nangyari. So anong ginawa nila? Anong ginawa ng Coke? Ayun, nag-launch ng new Coke and then bring back the old classic Coke. Tapos yun na yung inano nila as respond. Pero at this point, it's arguable pa rin kung sino yung number one. Pero based on sales yun, Coke pa rin. And then, there's a catch on that blind taste test. There was a doctor from College of Medicine in Houston, a neuroscience scientist. Nagkaroon sila ng test. This time, hindi na ano, hindi na blind taste. Kumbaga, meron na silang idea which Coke or which soda ang pipiliin nila. And landslide, gusto nila yung Coke. Parang display lang doon kung ano yung Coke na yon, ay yung soda na yon, and then choose kung anong gusto mo. And then landslide, dun sila sa Coke. So the thing is, kahit ganun na yung brand loyalty ng mga tao, but because they not aware on the first test, they chose Pepsi. But this time, since aware sila at yun yung brand, they chose Coke. And that also applies to you as a brand owner. You have to very active in promoting awareness of your product, lalo na pa nag-uumpisa kayo. The more awareness people have on your brand, mas nanonotice kayo, you get more buyers, sellers. And if the branding is good, you get loyal customers. So ganun siya. Next, marketing is evolving. Branding somehow stays the same. Kung mapapansin nyo, ever since Sigmund Freud, a psychologist ng unang panahon pa, one of the nagpasimula ng history of branding, it's psychological ang brand. Kumbaga, it's already in the human brain. It's engraved to our croc brain kung tinatawag. So, ang nangyayari, ang nagbabago dito yung marketing. Dati wala namang social media, dyaryo lang tayo. Dati nasa TV lahat ng advertisement. Ngayon, meron ng sa ads ng Facebook, nasa ads na ng YouTube, meron ng ads sa Google. Dati wala naman ganun eh. So marketing is ever evolving, while branding somehow stays the same. Kung ano yung purpose mo, kung ano yung why mo, it stays the same. Nothing has changed. Even 50 years from now, I'm pretty sure yung branding din yan magbabago. Ang magbabago doon, how would you market? And dapat ang marketing efforts mo align doon sa brand mo. Kasi if hindi, again, clarity na naman yung mga compromise doon. So that's how marketing and branding differs to each other. And to tell you, ito yung marketing efforts na ginagawa mo, social media platforms, email marketing, FB ads, Google ads, copywriting, SEOs, search engine optimization, website creation, and content marketing such as articles and blogs. Ito yung mga marketing efforts mo which is aligned dito sa brand strategy and brand expression. 'Di ba? Yung voice mo, yung message, yung identity, yung DNA, yung positioning. Ito yung marketing. At it will only be effective if this is stronger. Kasi kung ang gagawin mo, may product na ako, bibenta ko ng lumpia, ganyan. Gagawa ko ng social media account, tapos mag-invite ako ng mga friends ko. Ganun yung ginagawa ng iba. But let's just say, lumpia lang naman yun eh. Bakit? Si SM nga nagbebenta ng turon eh. 'Di ba? Hindi mo ba naisip na yung lumpia mo baka maging household brand tapos ibenta ni SM sa food court nila as the number one lumpia in town? So think big, 'di ba? Diyan na din naman tayo. Think big. Malay mo may mag-invest sa'yo na investor na, "Uy, I want your lumpia to be on the market. Let's make it big. Gawan kita ng restaurant." Ganyan. We'll never know. So maliit man o malaki, does it require a brand? It's up to you if you want to scale. If yes, then yes. Ganun lang siya. Then yung common mistake number 3 natin, ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina, na when you have a product to sell, gawa agad ng Facebook page, Gawa agad ng website. Okay, I already have a supplier. Pwede na ako mag-dropship. Gawa ko ng Shopify store. The thing is, it's okay. Okay? Okay lang yon. But, if you'd ask me, ano muna yung purpose mo? Why you sell those things? Ano yung, sa tingin mo, saan mo po papuntahin yung ginagawa mo ngayon? Kasi it's not going to be sustainable. Pag hindi sustainable, sayang yung efforts mo. Sayang yung ginastos mo. Tapos magde-dissolve. Wala na. 'Di ba? So, when you have a product to sell, tapos ito pang ginagawa ng iba, um, edi may page na sila. Tapos ang invite nila yung mga friends lang din. Bakit kapag gagawa ng Facebook page? I-invite mo lang din naman yung mga friends mo. Tapos someone could argue na, yun kasi yung panimula eh. Yes, it is. Pero, pag gumawa ka ng Facebook page, tapos ang invite mo lang din at first is yung mga tao na kasama sa 5,000 network ng Facebook account mo, why not sa personal page ka na lang magbenta? 'Di ba? Why not doon na lang? Unless you're going to go big, okay lang. Pero, I examine those people na nagpapalike ng page ngayon or nung pandemic, kasagsagan ng online selling movement noon eh. Alam niyo nangyari, wala namang content na nakalagay eh. 'Di naman nila nilalagyan. Nagdagdag ka lang ng trabaho, wag ka na mag-Facebook page kung hindi mo din naman siya masa-sustain or you're not willing to hire a social media marketer or manager. Then website agad. So ngayon, magbabayad ka ng subscription sa Shopify or WooCommerce or WordPress or whatever platform that you have right now. And then, ang pangit naman ng look and feel, alam mo nga gawin, di mo naman alam kung ano yung tone and voice ng website na yun. Hindi mo naman alam yung user experience journey. Wala din. Hindi mo alam yung branding funnel na pinaglalagay mo dun. Yung image mo, pangit din. And just recently, I had this conversation with one of the brand owners. Sabi ko sa kanya, palitan mo yung picture mo kasi hindi siya connected doon sa brand color. Sabi ko, may branding guide ka ba? Let me see. Tapos, examine natin kung tama ba or okay ba. Then sabi niya, wala. So yun pa lang, hindi cohesive yung look. Iba yung, I'm not sure if may packaging siya. So from there, hindi ka matatandaan ng tao. Short term lang siya. Kasi walang brand recall eh. Di bang gusto mo, repeat customers? Kasi if walang repeat customers, exert ka ng effort sa marketing. And marketing is costly. Why not kung ang magsasabi sa'yo is isang customer na I recommend yung lumpia na yan kasi ang sarap. Word of mouth na lang. You don't need to exert much with your marketing because your brand is strong. The whole package of the brand is better than everyone else, 'di ba? So ganun siya. And hindi siya sustainable because number one, content creation not is very hindi siya ganun kadali gawin. It requires a lot of research, it requires a lot of effort, and pangit naman kung clutter yung message mo pagpunta mo sa IG account or Facebook account or even content mo sa website. So hindi akma, hindi sama-sama. And then there could be a lot of distractions, insights, there could be a lot of competitor actually naging yung iba na force na mag-go digital. So ang hirap na din mag-position. But if you stick with your brand and people would notice you because you stand out, you don't need to worry much with those competition kasi you make your products win a selling item, 'di ba? Number 4. Ayan. Ito lagi, lacks of human touch. Ito yung favorite ko talaga. Kahit saan mo ko dalhin na magtutok, ito yung lagi kong sasabihin. Brand should be humanized. There should be a personification. Mahirap din to gawin lalo na pag dropshipper ka. Why? Pag dropshipper ka kasi, you don't have the products. Unless, sige, unahan ko na kayo. Unless mag-order ka talaga dun sa supplier mo, tapos titingnan mo yung product, tapos magpipicture taking ka. But I'm pretty sure most of you hindi yun ginagawa. So, paano magkakaroon ng human touch if hindi mo hawak yung product? Wala ka ding say kung ano yung quality na yon. Mas maganda gawin nyo, mag-order muna kayo dun sa supplier na yon, arrange the shipping fee or the MOQ, then saka kayo mag-decide if yun na talaga yung manufacturer or supplier na gusto nyo for your dropshipping company or for your own brand as well. Now, pag nandun na kayo, yung creative niyo na ginagawa kasi, tapos pare-parehas kayo kasi winning item nga to, edi pare-parehas lang kayo ng picture. So, ang gawin nyo to stand out, order nyo yun ng physical product, picturean nyo ng sarili, gawa kayo, mag-photoshoot kayo, ilagay nyo sa kung ano ba yun, hawakan nyo, lagyan nyo, picturean nyo with your dogs. I'm not sure kung paano siya gagawin, but just include people on your creative, on your website, on your pictures. Mag-include kayo doon. Para naman pag nakita ko, makaka-relate din naman yung audience. It requires human touch, yung brands. Kahit pumunta kayo ngayon sa mga big brands ngayon, lahat yun may mga tao. Unless panindigan mo talaga na ito kami. Unless big brand ka na it work for you, that's fine. Pero ngayon nag-uumpisa ka. In order for people to connect with you, with your brand on the emotional level, it has to bear an emotion. And one thing to do that is to incorporate personification, human touch. Ganon. Yan. So, as PR Newswire said, 71% of consumers are more likely to recommend brands with whom they have an emotional connection. Ang laki nun, 71%. And the thing is, if you don't do this, you might lose 71% of profit. Diba? I challenge you right now, go on your favorite brand sa Instagram, puntahan nyo, tapos Tapos sabihin niyo sa akin kung ano yung tao na nakita niyo. Let's say AirAsia, Cebu Pacific. Puro ba airplanes makikita mo doon? Let's say Nike, puro ba sapatos makikita mo doon? Bag, North Face, puro bags ba makikita mo doon? Or even Gucci or Louis Vuitton, if ever. Sometimes they have people in their brands. Because people have connections with people, not with machines, not with not with materials, not with fabrics. Wala. Okay? And 71% agreed with that. And ako din, 72% nag-agree ako eh. De joke lang. So, let's take a break siguro 5 minutes. Okay lang ba? And medyo inom lang ako ng water, medyo namamaos na. 5 minutes break lang po. Okay lang po ba? Drink your water muna or have restroom break, for example. Bio break, ganyan. Okay, 5 minutes po. Balik tayo ng 7:20. Thank you. Then, ano siguro, yung mga host, yan. Entertain muna natin sila, yung audience.
Ayan, guys. I hope,
Hi guys.
marami kayo natutunan at as of the moment, di ba, na your branding or a brand is more than just a logo. So, yun nga, hindi siya, pag sinabing branding logo, agad yung dapat na inuna natin. So, maraming dapat i-consider. Kasi usually nga, di ba, Coach Darwin, kapag yung iba kasi pag narinig nila yung branding, ang iniisip agad nila is they have their own brand and they have their own logo. Brand na agad yun. Branding na agad yun. But there's a lot of things to consider. So, yun. Ayan. And you need to humanize your brand din. Yan yung mga key takeaways ko for tonight.
Yes. Ayan. Actually guys, sorry hindi ako nagpapakita. But I hope that you are realizing, as Walter is discussing everything with you, how important branding is. Kasi a lot of people don't really appreciate the branding side of things, but it's a really unnecessary um, tool in your marketing efforts. Hindi siya pwedeng ipag sa walang bahala. Tama ba yung Tagalog ko? And hindi siya
Yeah.
pwedeng ipag sa walang bahala kasi it can actually make or break your business. Now, a lot of people, want quick profits, etc. ganyan, get rich quick schemes, etc. That's why mabenta yung mga scam talaga yung mga benta yung mga Bitcoin scams. Bitcoin in itself is not a scam, but there are a lot of companies um, springing left and right now, asking for investments, telling people that they will trade Bitcoin for them. However, those are scams. Now, going back, um, kaya siya mabenta kasi it's a get rich quick scheme. You don't have to do anything, etc. Ganyan. However, um, However, sa marketing kasi or sa business talaga, yung mga ganong klaseng strategies, yung mga quick bucks lang, quick profits lang, hindi most of the time hindi magtatagal yung mo diyan, yung business. Most of the time hindi magtatagal yung business mo. Bakit? Kasi um, hindi mo binibuild yung brand mo. Kasi most of the time, yung mga quick profits na yan, yun lang yung mga parang generic lang yung ibebenta mo. Kung ano yung uso, yun yung ibebenta mo. Kung ano yung winning item na sinasabi nila, yun yung ibebenta mo. However, if you're not building your brand for the long term, you will lose. Ayun. So, yun lang, no? Maraming examples pa, marami na ring nabanggit si Walter and all. Pero,
Mm-mm.
uh, I really hope that you're learning how to build your brand or why you should actually build your brand in first place.
Mm. Yes.
Ayan.
Yes, kasi coach, 'di ba, sabi ko nga, the reason why we also included branding in our mentorship program because sa e-commerce kasi, yan yung isa sa underrated na learning sa e-commerce industry, yung branding.
Mm-mm.
Wala talagang sellers yung nag-i-invest how to understand branding. Kasi nga, most of the time, ecompreneurs or entrepreneur, lalo na mga bago, ang ano lang kagad nila is product, store name, and then logo. But they forget na yung voice, yung kung ano yung gusto nila, ano bang yung gusto nila iparating, ba't nila binibenta yung item na yun, yung ganun ba. So, kaya it's very important to understand talaga branding. And I think Coach Walter is really sharing good tawag dito, learning bite nga,
Insights.
insights
Mm-mm.
today. And yun.
Yep.
So, and guys pala, kindly take note then because actually we are still in the talks if we're going to post this limited period of time or we're going to delete this because what you are watching right now is like premium. So we want you to really give value on the yung tinuturo ni Coach Walter. So yan. So ayan, don't miss yung mga susunod pa niyang sasabihin. Okay? And if you have any questions, just comment it and later we'll answer it po. So yan.
Yan.
So
Thank
babalik na
you.
natin babalik na natin sa iyo
Yep.
yung
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you sa pag-spare kasi actually I don't intend to take a break. Medyo namamalat kasi ako. So, mamaya magpiyok-piyok ako. So, yun.
yan.
Sorry for
Okay.
that. Ayun.
Okay.
So, going back, thank you sa salo. Naging instant host. So, yun.
No worries,
Going back tayo sa topic.
yan, screen mo na lang ulit.
Sharing my screen again.
Ayan.
Mm.
Wala pa. Ayun. Okay. Ayan.
Ayun. So, actually, kanina, ano to, 10. 5 lang pala yung na-list ko. Anyway. So, let me tell you some of brand personality. Kasi we talk about being, ano na din being human or being, ano ba, pagiging makatao ng brand. 'Di ba? Now, I'll tell you some of the 5 brand personalities na nahugot natin kung saan-saan. Ayan. Okay, sino familiar sa Lego? Taas ang paa. Okay, the name Lego is actually an abbreviation of the two Danish, but Denmark yun, words leg got, meaning play well. So regard whether you are adult, a child, or maybe on your teens ngayon, Lego is for you. Kasi play well, di ba? Never lose the kid in you. Ganun yung messaging. And it is a mantra that this company has followed for ilang taon na ba sila? More than 50, 60 years? 'Di ba? And the Lego brick in its current form was introduced na on 1958. Yun, nag-research po talaga. And this privately held company is owned by Kirk Christiansen, who is the third richest man in Denmark and the grandson of the company's founder. And noong 2014, uh, they got a title as the number one toy company all over the world. Well, thanks to the the Lego movie nung na-release. So you see uh how how marketing affects the brand. How marketing affects the brand. So sa brand, they people if you watch the movie, it's more of being playful, it's fun, it's amazing, it's a great movie for kids. Then there are heroes as there you can see, pero Lego yung mga characters. And it's very chill, it's very fun. Ano lang siya, chill lang na movie, may story, but then doon na advertise yung Lego. And then in 2014 their sales went higher than ever. So it declared from the Fortune, www.fortune.com, they had this number one spot as a toy company all over the world. And as of this date, no October 2020, their net worth is 6.7 billion. So that big. And to tell you ito yung brand identity nila. They want to be creative. And it's also seen in a lot of marketing materials that they have. From the mantra of being playful, youthful, which is the language, and their brand voice fun-loving, kailangan magustuhan din ng parents to para sa anak nila. And then if you go to a store, kahit sa pop-up stores nila, you can actually see the imagination and creativity implemented and incorporated for every sections that they have. So, yung sinabi ko kanina na yung product mo, from product, marketing efforts, to your voice, to your tone, kailangan iisa lang yon. Kailangan it gives off one energy. Pag sinabi kong creative, creative ang brand namin. Ito yung identity namin eh. We want to be youthful. Kaya pag nagkaroon ako ng creative or magpo-post ako sa social media or mag-upload ako ng pictures ko sa website ko, I want it to be more youthful kasi that's my language eh. I want it to be fun loving. That's the tone of the voice of the brand. And I want to emit imagination for all the viewers that we have, for all the readers, for all the buyers. Yun yung gusto kong iparating sa brand ko. And they are very successful on that aspect. So ito yung gawin nyo. Select the brand identity, identify the language that you're going to use, what is the tone of the voice of your brand, and what is the personality or the characteristics. So that's how it is. Next brand is yung Dove. And Dove is very simple. Wala akong masabi, no? Dove believes that beauty, feeling, and looking your personal best is the result of proper care. And it's also evident to all of their marketing efforts, from their creative, from having this text like "keep having fun with your hair." Dove takes care of the damage, and this beauty giant Dove has joined forces with Getty Images to create a pioneering photographic library. And doon, nagkaroon ng mga women empowerment. They promote the feminism, hindi naman feminism. Let's say women empowerment na lang. Because they believe that powerful photo series aims to alter the way women are represented in the public eye. So pag mapapansin nyo, very diverse ang ang marketing efforts nila, and they want to touch every kind of women, every kind of women. And kaya pwede ko din i-conclude sa kanila na they are very innocent, very simple, very optimistic when it comes to their language. They emit positivity sa tone ng voice nila. Wala kang mababasa na negative. But well, technically, if you research the recent news right now na may mga racism issues na kumakalat about Dove, and they apologize already kasi nga it hurt the brand itself, it hurt the message, and what once na ma-hurt yung core values na ina-uphold ng brand, it's going to hurt them more in the future. That's why they took care of it, they apologized, they sent out a message to to the public that this is not what Dove is all about. And I don't want to dig dive dun sa issue na yun, no? Medyo political or medyo taboo yung topic. But yeah, the characteristics that they portray is more of honesty, be true to yourself. Lagi yung makikita yan, purity. Ayan, kaya nga laging white, something like that. Very innocent yung brand archetype. You can actually search innocent type of brand archetype. Ganun din yung personality na pinoportray ng brand nyo. And yeah, the favorite one of everyone, Nike, or some people say Nike. It was founded in 1964 as the Blue Ribbon Sports by Bill Bowerman. Yan. Coach yun sa University of Oregon. So the it was rooted from those athletes na din from time na it was founded. That's why you can see actually yung mga marketing efforts nila ngayon, the campaigns, they talk about being a champion, being athletic and such. So Nike is a champion brand builder, and its advertising slogans just do it, 'di ba? There is no finish line, have moved beyond advertising into popular expression. And even if you as a buyer, as a customer, somehow you can actually relate. Kasi ito yung beliefs and philosophy na ina-uphold ng brand na to. Na pag sinabi mong Nike, just do it, and then you do it. Minsan nga, nagiging slogan or motto nyo na rin eh. And it's easier for them to connect with people because they have these principles. Diba? Kung tayo may principles in life, sila may brand's principles. Then, yan. And one thing that made them understand their consumer, ito, I read this as a case study. One of the leaders, key mans in the Nike, in the company, together with the CEOs and the VPs, ang ginagawa nila pala noon, in order to strengthen the understanding of their consumer, pumupunta sila sa gym. They talk to people. They approach those athletes, they approach those people who is into fitness. Why? Because those are the buyer's persona of this brand. Yung mga nag-gym, yung mga nag-athletic, yung mga naglalaro. And they interview people na ano ba yung common problems nyo when it comes to siguro fitting your shoes, or maybe pag sobrang worn out na yung shoes, ano yung dapat ma-improve. And then through that, through understanding the buyer's journey, or yung how people behave towards your brand, towards your product, mas maintindihan mo sila, mas makakagawa ka ngayon ng formula, mas makakagawa ka ngayon ng branding and marketing efforts to strengthen your, or to increase your sales. Kasi technically, mas naintindihan mo na sila ngayon more than ever. So, ganun yung ginawa nila. And they are very successful naman even up to this day. And for sure, sino dito yung walang Nike shoes sa bahay nila? Taas ang kamay. Ako tataas ako, isa lang yung Nike shoes ko. Isa lang Nike shoe. Shoe. Anyway, so ganun siya. Puro Adidas kasi tsaka New Balance. Ayun. And their brand identity, they want to be efficient because that's the requirement of athlete. And by the way, they define athlete as every person. So if person ka, athlete ka. That's how they define it. And you're a champion. Every day, every creative, may winning moments sa mga pictures, moving ang pictures, even the videos, even the style on their shoes, napaka pang champion ang level, ganon. And even the experience that you could get. Unlike Adidas na very stylish, 'di ba? Brand voice nila is very inspirational, motivational, kaya nga laging medyo black yung color nila, 'di ba? Black and white. Kasi that's how they want to be to be seen at, 'di ba? Seen as someone inspirational, motivational. Characteristics, very brave, grit, persistent, resilience, yan yung mga characteristics ng brand na yan. Kung masasabi ko ngayon, di ba, it also talks about a person. So kung ngayon, napapansin nyo na, oh, ganun pala yun, na may personality pala yung brand. Yes, meron po. So, very brave yan, si Nike. Of course, the sophisticated Apple, yung kaway-kaway sa mga iPhone 12 Pro Max dyan, baka naman. And they hold to the slogan, think different. Tagline pala, sorry. Tagline, think different. And they are very different. Among all the cell phones out there, nawala na kasi yung BlackBerry, so wala na yung iOS ng software or operating system ng BlackBerry. So nag-iisa na lang sa market ngayon. It's either Android ka or iOS sa phones. Pwede naman, well, may Nokia naman na Windows if I remember it right. But technically ganon, Windows, Android, and iOS. So, or Catalina, so to speak. And yun, it started way before sa Macintosh talaga yung niyan yung root cause nila, root or origin nila, sorry, root cause talaga. And they started as a brand as the Outlaw, kinalaban nila yung PC, yung normal na computer, kaya nagkaroon ng advertising na PC versus Mac. Ganon. Yun yung mga outlaw, rebellious type of advertisement at the beginning days of Apple. Macintosh pa yung tawag niya. And they are very committed with innovation to the point of building the three core characteristics of their leaders. So in order for you to be one of the leaders of iPhone or let's say kasi bawat functional kasi yung nila, yung organization structure. So dito may mga kanya-kanyang function. So in order for those organization to work, meron silang requirement kung mag-head ka ng team nila or ng department nila. Una, you have a deep expertise that allows them to meaningfully engage in all the work being done with their individual functions. And merong immersion. So parang kung anong culture talaga na ini-embody ng brand, dapat meron ka din yon. Kasi how can you give if you don't have any? Di ba? Well, parang sakit nung sinabi ko. Well, anong ibibigay mo kung walang-wala ka, di ba? And willingness to collaboratively debate other functions during collective decision making. So, pag halimbawa meron silang i-implement na 3 camera sa likod and everyone is a contributor, everyone is heard sa mga suggestions, sa ideas, that's how they do it. Kaya naman, they uphold to the innovation, very, very sophisticated, very classic, and that's why ganyan yung pila sa Megawatt. Nung nag-release yung iPhone 12, December 18, how can I forget the date? That's the first time that we mentors met in Mega Mall as well. This is the first time that I saw bunch of people lining up, queuing to get a touch on a certain product. Kasi nga, nakakulong naman ako for how many months sa bahay. And 3 times lang ako lumabas at yung isa, mamamalengke pa. So yun. Nung nakita ko yung pila, sabi ko, oh, people are very, parang, I thought pandemic, I thought walang pera, I thought nagtitipid, but it's just my thought. Looking at it, grabe yung brand. And can you blame people why they patronize these brands? Technically, no. Kasi meron din naman tayong preferences and let people enjoy their their Hawaiian pizza or pineapple on their pie. Hayaan na natin sila. Parang ganyan din yan sa pag-choose ng Apple products over the other products. They want to experience different approach to everything, very minimalistic as the brand identity. The language is very simple. Ito yung picture. Ganun sila. Ito yung picture, ito yung color, black and white and gray lang. Yun na. Very simple. And simple but confident, 'di ba? And at the same time, very creative, very innovative, and it stirs up imagination on the product itself, 'di ba? And very unique. Yun yung masasabi ko. Sophisticated, class, and it can also shown to their websites, to their social media accounts, to their packaging. Yan. And they very, very different. Kung gusto ko ihiwalay yung charger, ihiwalay ko. Pero bibili pa rin mga yan. Kasi nga, iPhone yan. Apple products yan. And that's very strong brand loyalty they get they got from their customers. And hindi naman ako pwedeng matapos pag hindi ako mag-feature ng estudyante, 'di ba? So this is the brand of one of our students, Sanity Secrets. And I remember checking this prior it launched in the Facebook in their marketing campaigns. Chinek namin kung tama ba yung targeting, naka-check siya kung does the color, does the typeface, does the look and feel, the mood boards are aligned and really really matatarget talaga yung mga buyers persona ng brand na to. Then we changed some colors. I'm not sure if nandito yung owner na to. We changed some colors. I suggest iba yung color nito eh, wala siyang red. Sabi ko create ka ng strong red, medyo strong na red, and then okay yung grayish. By the way, medyo blurred on your side kasi hindi ko po nakuha um, yung HD ng logo niya. So, yun yung name ng nito pinalitan din namin from Secrets to Sanity Secrets. And then the logo pinalitan ko, why not gawin mong ganito, medyo sophisticated kasi yung target market mo is more of class, more of medyo high end. So ipakita mo din sa brand yon na medyo premium ka. And hindi naman siya nagkamali sa advice na binigay. Wait, medyo ang yabang ko doon. I mean, sa kanya kasi galing na she's not worried to price her products at premium because she has this confidence in her brand. And you can search right now in Facebook, Sanity Secrets, yan yung Facebook account niya. And guess what? She's exporting her products to South Korea. And then from a student to a brand owner to an exporter. O imagine nyo. Tapos ngayon, ang mga taong lumalapit sa kanya para mag-drop ship ng products niya. That's the main reason why we want you to build your own brand and be a supplier to those drop shippers because business to business has higher potential. If kung gusto mo lang din naman kumita, mas malakas yun. Business to business. Unlike business to customers. 'Di ba? And the study shows that ito pala yung yung packaging ng niya, ng oil rollers ata. Oil rollers to, ayan. Then my name, ito yung logo, yan. Tapos ito yung creative na nakuha ko. Sorry, ninakaw ko lang. Then, very relaxing yung identity na pinoportray nito. And kita nyo naman doon, may mga nakahigang rollers. Relax talaga. The language is very useful at home, very comfortable, comfy, and at the same time, it doesn't undervalue the women empowerment side. Kasi mga women daw yung or homemakers pala, sorry, yung mga niya, target audience niya. The characteristics very sweet swooning because it talks about aroma, the scents, So mapapaano ka talaga, mapapaswoon yan. Tawag doon, mapapa-yes ka, parang gano'n. The the messaging of the brand is very pure and innocent as well. So pinagsama-sama niya, that's the sanity secrets. So that's the brand. Ayun. And now your assignment, well, my assignment pala. Your assignment, if you want to build your brand or if you don't want to, that's fine. But if you want, these are the questions that you might consider asking yourself. What's your brand identity? Again, iba ang identity mo as a person, ibang identity ng brand mo. Or kung gusto mo, pwede naman parehas, it's up to you. What language do you use to connect to your customers? And just like what Nike did, na pumunta sila sa mga gyms, sa mga sa kinausap nila yung mga athletes to understand the customer. And you can actually use that using Facebook. Mapunta ka lang sa mga Facebook groups na, for example, your target market is a traveler. Type travel in Facebook search button. You will be prompted with a lot of Facebook groups. Join, magpapansin ka, ask what are the challenges when it comes to choosing a bag for traveling, mga ganun, if bag yung product mo. Then, yun yung incorporate mo sa language mo kasi that's the language of your customer eh. Kasi magtatanong na naman yung mga tao na how to create content that best resonate the audience. Yun, magtanong ka sa kanila. Ano yung language nila? How do they talk? What are the languages they use? Kasi I've experienced this as well when I was working in a sales industry. Yung target market is mga engineers. And then ako as a finance person, I talk about numbers. Pag sinabi ko ito yung mga ROI, investment return, they cannot actually understand. What they can understand is ito yung pag nasa site ka, ganyan. Ganun yung language nila. So, yung ginawa ko, that's how I devised the approach. I made a customized approach sa kanila. So, lahat ng marketing efforts ko, it directs to them, it talks to them. So, kasi I talk to them talaga. Kung kailangan magpa-survey ka. Wag mo na lang siguro i-mention na survey kasi baka di sumagot. Let's just say, I need your insights. Yan, para medyo, alam mo yung mga tao ngayon, they really want to help. They really want to help na, pwede ba manghingi ng favor? Pwede pa sagutan ito. I really need your insights kasi I'm building a brand right now that talks about, I want to be more of ganito kasi. Ganun yung approach nyo para at least mag-reply sila ng dramatic, medyo mahaba. Kasi pag medyo maikli lang yan, wala. Hindi mo yun magagamit. Okay? So, yun. Ask for favor, ask for insights, kasi feeling ng pinagtatanungan mo is they are expert to certain topics. Trick number one. Persuasion skill number one. Anyway, moving on. What voice do you project so customers would know your tone? Ayan, again, based on the research then, i-discover mo ano yung tone ng voice mo. Are you into medyo pa-joke ka ba? Ganyan. Medyo pa-joke ba yung brand? Like for example, Angka, Saint Peter. Medyo jester type of archetype. Or medyo ano ka ba, seryoso, ganyan. Or medyo insightful ka, a sage brand archetype. Or very innocent, very caring, very loving, very sensual. You have to identify. And what are the characteristics, or personality your brand has? As I mentioned, ano yung personality, gawin mong tao yung brand mo para makakonect yung mga tao sa tao. So, assignment nyo yan. Kaya, forget about looking for winning product. Forget about building your Shopify store. Forget about creating your Facebook page. Identify what brand do you want. Yun muna. Then, select a winning product. Ito yung i-incorporate ko sa product na to. Or pwede mo sabihin, unahin mo yung product, then build a brand. Pwede din naman. Basta wag mong kakalimutan yung very foundation of that, of the branding, of the anatomy of strategic branding. And if you want to build your own business, the question is, do you want to stay as is? Gusto mo dropshipper forever? Okay din naman. Or gusto mo maging supplier sa mga dropshipper? If you want to scale, Start with branding, not marketing. And pag sinabi kong marketing website, start with copywriting, start with Facebook ads, start with Google ads, start with social media accounts, creation. That's marketing, hindi yun branding. O sasabihin mo na, sige, gawa akong logo. Oops, that's not the total package of branding. That's just 10%. What do you have? The brand strategy and the brand expression. Work on it. And which I already shared with you how we did it, how ano yung pwede yung incorporate to your brand para maging karoon ka ng clarity. Yes, start with branding, not marketing. And ito yung madalas nakikita ko sa mga Facebook group ng e-commerce. Guys, hindi po ako galit. Hindi po ako galit ha. I'm here to address this topic na bakit supplier para mag-dropship? Medyo curious ako. Maybe you can help me understand where are you coming from. Bakit naghahanap kayo ng supplier for dropshipping? Where in fact, kaya nyo maging supplier para sa naghahanap na dropshippers. Maybe you don't have the skill to build your own brand, or maybe you don't have a supplier right now. I don't know your objections. Let us know so that pwede tayong mag-set up naman ng free webinar in the future and then i-address naman natin yung concern. Or we can actually create content regarding your objections so that we can help you. Pero, the thing is, um, ang mga nangyayari kasi dito, naghahanap sila ng supplier, tapos ida-dropship na lang din nila. Tapos iba-ibang products yung nandoon sa store nila. So cluttered yung website or let's say Lazada store or Facebook account. Kasi kung ano-ano na yung binebenta mo. Let's say for example, ang niche na una na mong nakuha is home products, mga utensils for example. Tapos nagkaroon ng oil essentials. So 'di ba, merong disconnect na agad. Oops, bakit utensil papunta sa oil essential? Tapos nagkaroon ka ng mga cellphones. Imagine the confusion na mararamdaman ng tao kung ano talaga binibenta mo. Baka mamaya magiging ano ka, SM department store, di mo na mamalayan. But well, wala namang ano doon, wala namang kaso. But if that's the peg that you want, I suggest start with a particular niche. Kung health and wellness, focus doon. Pwede mo pa i-narrow down. Let's say, focus mo lang talaga is yung mga pampapayat. Yun, mas maganda. Or makeup, lipstick, ganun. Like, colorette, ganyan. Or let's say, gusto mo mag-focus sa shoes and you want to build your own Puma or Reebok na version na shoes, why not? Kesa mag-ano ka, imagine niyo imagine niyo 'to si Adidas magbebenta ng milk tea, anong mararamdaman niyo, 'di ba? So, be careful 'pag naghihingi ng supplier, make sure that it is niche. May niche talaga yung binebentahan, hindi yung watak-watak. Para 'pag nagbenta ka, ikaw lang din yung pupuntahan ng mga tao na naghahanap ng certain niche, okey? Puwede mong sabihin, gusto ko i-cater lahat." Sige, ikaw na bahala. Ikaw na bahala kung gusto mo. But I highly suggest na mag-focus ka sa isang niche kung gusto mo mag-dropship. Pero instead of dropshipping, I suggest to be a supplier, brand owner. Ganon. Yan, create a Shopify store or creating a FB page when you want to go dropshipping is the biggest mistake you will do today. And I explained that for the past hour already. So understand the market and customers. Ask yourself, what products do they need? Hindi yung maghahanap ka ng supplier para i-dropship. Ano yung products na kailangan ng tao, ng target market mo? Where can you find them? Sa Facebook ba? Twitter, Instagram? Sa mall ba? Saan? Tapos kung nahanap mo na, doon mo i-display yung product mo. What are their common problems and how can you address those problems through your brand or through your products? Halimbawa, as I mentioned, electric fan. Ano ba ang problem na sinusolve na electric fan? Yung electric fan namin walang fan na umiikot. ano lang, yung alam mo yung standing na fan, tas yung gilid, tas humahangin. Ganun yung fan namin, very premium. Hindi ka na mairita sa tunog ng ano, ng fan. Iwas dust, ano pa, dust collection. Oh, 'di ba? Ganun yung mga problems na i-identify mo, then solve it. Yun yung campaign nyo, yun yung content mo, yun yung message mo. So, yun. And yeah, so that's it for me. And I hope you learned something today. And hindi ko nasayang yung 2 hours nyo. Now, let's open the floor for Q&A if there's any. Thank you.
Ayan. Hello. Yun. Galing. Ang daming natutunan. Sabi nga, nito, Miss D, galing to actually yung comment niya sa Smart Mompreneur. Sabi niya, listening from start, though nasa work po ako. Wow. Pwede pahingi daw ng copy for refresh, para ma-refresh daw yung ano niya. So, ayan. And, ayan. Dami daw value bombs. And
Thank you.
from Miss Marife Gomez, 6 sa learnings. Grabe. Ayan, sabi niya. And we have one question from, ano to? Ayan. Hello, Coach. Is it advisable to create a YouTube channel connected with your brand? Halimbawa, yung vlogger is one of the owner mismo. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Connect. Wait lang, is it a personal brand or may product ang ipopromote? Yun yung question ko muna. Kasi is it advisable to create a YouTube channel? Technically, it is advisable to be on those platforms as long as you know how to manage, you know your time. Alam mo yung limitation mo sa oras mo kasi baka it would give you headache then. As long as sustainable, why not? Pero halimbawa, yung vlogger is one of the owners mismo. Kasi may following na kasi yung vlogger na yun. I assume there is already a following. And it's easy to promote those products kasi may brand na yung vlogger na yun. I mean, may following na, may loyalty na from people, and that's actually the influence that you could leverage from in promoting your products. So is it advisable? Yes. Is it sustainable? I don't know. It's up to you. So yun lang din yun.
Yan. Sabi
And
niya, actually, actually, sinagot niya yung question mo, yes, may products daw po.
And actually, they are using this strategy already eh. Like, sino ba yung na-example ko dito? Na may sariling brand na vlogger. May mga
B.
makeup.
Cortez. Si
Ayun,
B.
yun.
Cortez. Diba?
May nag-umpisa sila sa vlogging tapos nagkaroon na sila ng sariling brand. Si Michelle, di ba? If I'm not mistaken.
Sino yung isa? Nakalimutan ko eh. Isa din
Merong
eh.
isa eh, na
From
Pinay eh.
vlogging.
May
Make-up
Pinay na.
tutorial.
Yes.
Oo. Wala siya nagkaroon ng mga brushes.
Yeah.
Diba?
I'm not sure kung ano yung name. But yeah. And don't hesitate to mimic the strategy of those big brands. Huwag kayong mag-hesitate. Sabi nga, professional copying. Kasi it worked for them, ibig sabihin. Might as well experiment if it will work on your own brand. Lalo na kung wala ka namang brand strategist ngayon. So, let's just say na go with the trial and error for the meantime if you don't have the budget and you are on your own. Research ka sa mga big brands na yon, what are they doing, how they position their products na under kayo ng same niche, then leverage from that, mimic, copy. Walang masama doon. Hindi mo naman kokopyahin yung mismong kung ano yung ginagawa nila, but the strategy. Copy the framework, the strategy, not the content itself. Bawal yon. Yun, ganon.
Ayan. So, thank you daw pala actually, sabi ni Sir Dexter. Dexter Pe yung nag-comment nun.
Welcome.
Ayan. Tapos from Sir Gabriel Luna. Maganda ba i-sell yung tote bag and shirt?
Natulala ako kasi I shouldn't be the one answering the question. It should be the target market. Who are your target market?
Exactly. Yes.
Kasi if I would answer na maganda ba, siguro, am I the right market? I'm not sure. I don't use tote bags. Do I wear
Ayun.
shirts? Maybe. Yes, I wear shirts, but I need to see what are those shirts. Ano yung look and feel niya? Does it, ano ba yun? Okay ba siya sa akin? Yung parang ganun. Pero the, it's not my question. It's not a question to answer ng sino man na nandito unless part kami ng buyer's persona mo. Yun yung sagot ko doon. Yun. Ayun.
Ayan. Kasi question, tas ang follow-up question niya kasi din is 350 pricing ng shirt reasonable. Details, cotton shirt, either silkscreen or heat pressed.
This is very specific, no? And then, unang-una, I don't have knowledge dun sa heat press na sinasabi. Anong pinagkaiba sa rubber printing, heat press, and burda? Yung nakaburda. And yun, sorry, hindi ko din alam talaga lahat. Lalo na specific to. And siguro kung laptop ang pag-uusapan natin, baka may masagot ako. Pero this time, hindi ko masasagot. Reasonable ba? I'm not sure. Wala akong experience.
Siguro to help you answer na lang, since parang may part ng e-commerce siyan, if 350 pricing ng shirt reasonable, actually ikaw din po makasagot nun if reasonable. Why? Because sa pagpa-price, there's a lot of things to consider, like yung cost of good, 'di ba? Yung goal mo na revenue, 'di ba? So market niyan, yung price ng market. So, do you think ba yung 350 na pricing mo reasonable? So, ibabalik lang din namin yan sa'yo. Kasi we don't know your cost of good, we don't know your goal na revenue, 'di ba? Yung market niyang t-shirt na binebenta mo, baka may mas mababa nagbebenta niyan. So, we also don't know. There's a lot of factor to understand pricing. So, yun.
Tsaka Coach Trixie, be your own customer muna.
Yeah,
Be your own
yes.
customer. Parang, pag binili ko sa Changi, hindi naman sa Changi, or sa other store, yung 350 pesos ko ba worth it sa shirt na to? Ask yourself. If yes, then it can be reasonable. Test it out. Display mo sa marketplace, ibenta mo, pag bumenta, it's indeed reasonable. Yun, ganun siya. Pero understand the market din. Yun, how would we price it? COGS, yan. And then si Coach Mariel may idadagdag din.
Ayan. Okay, hi, Mariel here. So, add ko lang din. For me kasi, when 350 pricing ng shirt, kasi for me, it all comes with branding din kasi, di ba? So, may makikita ka. Supreme, magkano yung isang t-shirt noon? 1,000, di ba? So, for me, nasa strong branding. If ikaw, nasa sayo, ano yung goal mo? Goal mo ba na mag-sell sa, ano yung target market mo? Target market mo ba yung mga premium na parang luxurious clients, or yung mga parang yung nasa mid lang na yung mga teenager, o kung alam mo yung t-shirt na don't blame the kids, ayun, parang may sarili silang mga design, and they can control their price kasi sila yung brand eh. So ayun din, feeling ko this branding will really help you guys din talaga to be confident with your pricing and not to really worry about saturation, which is yung karamihang problem ng mga ecompreneurs or aspiring ecompreneurs. So as what Coach Trix and Coach Walter said, you can test it with the marketplace if it's sellable. Pero for me, of course, never forget to do your competitor research. You can, ano bang peg mo? Yung premium or yung parang mga local shirts na pangmalakasan? So you have to determine then. So we can't really say if your 350 is a reasonable price kasi sabi nga nila, Coach, nasa sayo yan. Either kung silkscreen man yan, either kung anong klaseng printing yan, kasi nasa brand mo yan. Like, ano yung worth ng brand mo. Ayun lang for me. Ayun lang po.
Nice. Ganda. Ang ganda ng sinabi ni Coach Mariel, no, Walter? Yan. Exactly. Yun talaga.
Yes, yes,
Yan.
yes. Tsaka may experience to sa printing si Mariel.
Ah, yes.
'Di ba?
Oo, tama.
She works
Yes.
with ayoko na magsalita.
Oo. Yan. Ayun,
Basta
so,
has experience with t-shirt printing or print on demand scheme, 'yon.
yan, bago mo pa daw ibenta si Mariel, ito na yung susunod na question.
Guys, guys, sorry. Singit lang ako saglit. With regards dun sa with regards dun sa printing and all, yung sa t-shirt, sa shirt, I totally agree with what Mariel said. It's all about the perceived value of your brand kasi. Maraming shirts na mumurahin lang yung materials and all, pero grabe yung mahal niya. So, eto rin, example, yung Xiaomi na lang, yung Xiaomi na phone, Wami talagang pronunciation nun. But yeah, yung Xiaomi na phone, alam niyo ba yung camera nun is exactly the same as the one that was used in S20 Ultra, Samsung S20 Ultra. And S20 Ultra costs 55K plus right now. Mas mahal pa before, nagbaba na sila ngayon kasi palabas na yung S21 sa ngayong January. Yung Xiaomi na na Mi 10T Pro, yun yung mas mahal na model. It's just parang 26K pesos. But they are very similar in specs, etc. Why can Samsung charge that high? It's because of the brand. So it's exactly the same concept with the shirt. So yun lang. That's why we are teaching branding sa SFE mentorship din. So yun lang. Anyways, the reason bakit talaga ako sumingit is I want to exit na. I have to pala. Kasi may accountability call ako right now. I mean, dapat kaninang 8 pero late na ako. So ayun. Anyways, for those who are curious, ano yung accountability call? It's something we do on a weekly basis to help our students be accountable with their action steps. So meron kaming calls, weekly calls, accountability calls para aalamin namin ano yung promise nila, ano yung ginagawa nila, ano yung need nilang gawin for the next week. Ano yung challenges nila, ano yung wins nila. Para matulungan namin sila exactly how they can generate their wins ASAP sa e-com businesses nila. So yun lang. I'm really sorry kasi I don't want to keep the other students waiting. Pero if hindi pa to tapos, which is most probably matatapos to before yung AC ko. Pero ayun, try ko humabol pa rin. If ever lang na mauna pa rin ako matapos doon. So yun lang. Thank you Coach Walter, Coach Trixie, and Coach Mariel for the inputs. Coach Kat, thank you for attending then. Ayun. Salamat sa value bombs. See you then tomorrow.
Okay mo, wag mo na sila. Alis baka kala nila nagbabago.
Oo. Wag mo na kayong malis pala. Sorry. Wag mo na kayong malis. Ako lang aalis.
Oo.
Ako lang aalis. Tuloy yung live Q&A. Tuloy yung Q&A natin. Para, alam nyo yun, yung mga hindi na-discuss, matanong nyo, masagot ni Coach Walter. Okay? So yun lang. Maganda yung susunod na question. Abangan nyo yung sagot dyan. Thank you guys.
Hi, Coach.
And thank you, Trixie. Thank you.
Okay. Ayan. So, guys, so muna kayo aalis. Hindi na po tayo tapos. So,
Voluntary exit siya.
Voluntary exit. So, ayan. Next question is, hi, asking lang for social media managers, what advice can you give in branding for SMM? Thanks.
Alam ko sagot diyan. Enroll kayo sa content generator formula. It's about content creation and social media management for all freelancers who want to help and scale up their freelancing business. Sa ulo yung sagot. Yeah, well, kidding aside, hindi ako nagjo-joke na open yung program. It's open, contentgeneratorformula.com. Visit lang kayo or chat niyo ako kung gusto niyo mag-enroll. I'm the mentor there. One of the mentors about content creation and social media marketing. And of course, scaling your freelancing business as well. Now, going back to the question, yung asking for what advice can you give in branding for SMM? Brand mo ba or brand ng client mo? Kasi it's a different story. Brand mo as a freelancer, as social media manager, that's personal brand. So how would you build your personal brand? You build your portfolio, you create your own page perhaps, or you give value to those people around you na sa target market. Ano mo, parang nandun siya sa umbrella ng target market mo. Now, if you want to talk about how to brand yung social media ng client mo, go back to the branding guide or anatomy na sinabi ko kanina. You have own brand. Okay. Yung go back to the branding guide na sinabi ko. Yun yung basic ng hahanapin mo sa client mo. Na ano po yung values ng brand na ina-uphold nyo? Ano po yung mission and vision nyo if there's any? Kasi social media is a marketing side, not branding. Okay? Kasi kumbaga ang step 1 is branding, step 2 social media. Ganun siya. Ang common mistake, like I mentioned, nauna ang social media bago ang branding. So, ganun. So, kung ikaw as a social media manager, stick to your core as well. You have to be very clear kung sino yung target market na ina-approach mo. Sino yung tutulungan mo as a freelancer. And like, for example, si Coach Mariel, she is very focused sa mga financial advisors and ecompreneurs. Ganun talaga yung si Coach Kat naman ang focus niya is government sa website creation. Yun talaga yung root yung yung 7 years of experience sa website optimization. Ganun yung ginawa niya. And it's nothing new when you are a social media manager kasi technically we are all sinabi ko nga 'di ba, branding is all the same in all aspects. Hindi yan na magbabago. Marketing lang ang nagbabago. Yung dyaryo naging Facebook, yung sitcom naging YouTube. 'Di ba? Yung billboard naging banner. Parang ganun. So, how yun, advice can you give? Brand yourself if you're a freelancer. Follow the branding guide that I mentioned earlier. Then follow the branding guide for your clients as well. Yun. And charge premium higher. Huwag kang mag-send ng resume. Resume is dead. Huwag kang mag-send ng resume if you're a freelancer. Hop on a call, identify the client's needs, then draft, devise a strategy and a proposal for every phases, for every strategy. Presyohan mo yon, pitch yourself, hop on a call again, present the proposal and strategy, then you get client. Yun. Ayun.
Yes. Nice, galing. O tama yun, no? Yung charge premium din talaga. Parang you need to believe on yourself din talaga eh. Diba? Kaya nga sabi ng ibang freelancers, bakit pag Pinoy yung customer, mga dito, mababa yung offer, pero pag sa international, mataas. So,
Coach,
din
hindi
yan?
rin.
Yeah, so depende na rin siguro.
Oh. And the reason why cheap or underpaid ang freelancers dito sa Philippines because you freelancer allow that as well. Kaya
Yes.
tayo din na nag-a-allow na maging underpaid tayo. Tinatanggap niyo yung project eh. Tinatanggap niyo yung trabaho. Sige, go back sa branding. Freelance me na to.
Ayan. Sige, baka bago ka pa ma-beast mode. Joke lang.
Oo.
Ayan.
Di naman.
Yan, third question. Thank you, Coach. Actually, hindi pala to question ba to? Naintindihan ko na ang difference between creating a brand to a supplier instead of dropshipping. But is it advisable if we use the branding anatomy in creating brand for a store? Initially for dropshipping with specific niche, then add your own products aligned with the niche.
As long as you has the process in place na hindi maglilito sa fulfillment, okay lang yun. Kasi same niche, halimbawa, bag ng isang dropshipper, tapos own bag mo. It's okay. Basta yung process, yung fulfillment process, smooth, walang pinagkaiba, then it's fine. Then, we use the branding anatomy. Oh, si Oberlo, maraming courses about how to brand your dropshipping website or dropshipping company, business. Yung na-mention ko before na use the picture that best resonates to your audience. Yun, part na ng branding yun. And you also have to identify kung ano ba talaga yung voice or tone or message or content na gusto mong ipahiwatig sa customers mo, mga ganon. Oo, yun. Advisable. Basta yun, hindi ko masabi kasi hindi ko alam yung system, yung back end. But if it will run smoothly, walang problema sa fulfillment, 'di ba? Coach, agree ka ba doon? Halo kasi siya, e-com tsaka dropshipping. Sariling brand tsaka dropshipping. Pero kung ako yan, hiwalay ko yan. Brand mo yun ni, sayang.
Iba. Pero kasi baka mapunta na naman to sa dropshipping. Pero kasi once you are a dropshipper, you also, yun nga sabi mo nga, you also need to have your own brand kasi you have other subscribers or dropshippers selling the same items. So you should have your own identity as well. Kasi imagine, if ipopost mo yan sa Lazada, sa Shopee, tapos pare-pareho kayo ng ano malalaman ng customer mo na iba ka dun sa ibang sellers. So you also you should have your own, yun nga, voice dun sa store mo, ganon. So yun. So applicable pa rin naman siya.
Coach, I remember yung isang store natin, yung banggitin, yung isang store natin, you ordered it physically, you ordered from the supplier, tapos nagkaroon ng photo shoot ng sarili, tapos yun yung in-upload. Kasi gusto natin nga maiba, gusto natin na ito yung content natin, gusto natin na iba yung picture kasi very common din, medyo common yung product na yon. So pag nakita niyo siya sa Lazada, ano magsa-stand out dito, pare-parehas kayo ng mukha. Diba? So ganun siya.
Tapos iniba lang natin yung voice. Gesture voice siya actually.
Medyo patawa. Hugot na patawa.
So
may orders na, di ba? Yun.
Yeah, selling naman siya. Nakaka-relate sila dun sa hugot nung thumbnail natin. So, yun. Anyway, tomorrow ko yung discuss how to, drive traffic to your store and matatouch natin yan kung paano.
Yes.
So, yun. Ayan, next is from sabi ni Coach Darwin, from Facebook page. Can you discuss even slight lang proper branding of a coffee made of natural ingredients? Coffee with stevia as sweetener. Ito ngayon coffee, diba?
Hello, Miss Nila. Open po yung chat box ko. Nag-offer na ng service. Hindi, joke lang. I don't have I'll be honest. I don't have experience branding coffee, but I've seen Miss Lizelle Raimundo, Sir Roel Austria doing good in their coffee business, and to tell you, pinagkukumpara-kumpara ko yun. And ko kung ano ba yung mas maganda sa brand na yun. Ayoko syempre i-reveal. May iba-iba namang strength. How to properly brand? Follow the branding guidelines kasi yun yung sagot ko talaga eh. And siguro if the question is how to position your product in the market, mag-research ka kung sino yung kalaban mo. Ito yung na-mention ko na yung dalawa. Na-mention ko yung dalawa. What are they doing na si Miss Lizelle is nakaka-million sa business niya, coffee?
Same as
ano yung ginagawa niya? Follow mo siya, maybe mimic the strategy, pero hindi niya i-reveal yon. Maybe alamin mo kung ano yung store niya, ano yung how she conveys her message sa Lazada store. Guys, hindi to dark hacks Hindi to dark hacks or hindi ito parang unless gagayahin mo talaga siya. Hindi yun tama. Ang ginagaya dito natin is yung framework. Paano niya pinaposition yung products? Ano ba siya? Medyo sweet ba yung ano niya, yung approach niya sa audience? Mga ganon. So, baka pwede ako naman medyo patapang, ganyan. Tapangan ko naman kasi siya, pa-sweet ako, matapang, ganyan. Depende sa target market na meron ka. Then, yung unique value proposition mo, if coffee with stevia as sweetener is the unique uh, selling point mo, hindi ko masabi yun ha. Kung ikaw lang ang meron ganyan, what's in it with the stevia as a sweetener na ika-purchase ng tao at wala sa iba nun. Kumbaga, anong meron doon na hindi ma-achieve ng ordinary coffee pag hindi stevia ang sweetener? So you have to very dramatic pag nag-present ka. Build a story, build a micro-series story. Ayusin mo yung lorry kit mo na i-highlight mo yung unique value proposition na yan. Kasi maybe other brands don't have that. So yun yung i-position mo. That's brand positioning. Now, iba pa yun pag sinabi mo, anong mission ng coffee ko? Ano yung vision ko? Ano yung values na ina-uphold ko? Magkaibang bagay na yon. And then, select values na ulit-ulitin mo on your marketing efforts. For example, si Coffee Mate, ang lagi niya sinasabi, para kanino ka bumabangon, laging marketing efforts nila is about people, ordinary people, waking up with a mission, with motivation, na ito yung purpose in life nila. That's their message. Now, find your own voice. Kanino ka makaka-connect? Sa mga moms, homemakers? Ano yung common language na sinasabi ng mga stay-at-home mom if that's your target market? You have to identify that. And how to find that? Punta ka lang sa Google. A day in a life of stay-at-home moms. Search mo lang yon. Tapos doon sa pinakababa, meron doon mga related searches. I-click mo yon, tapos basahin mo. Tapos mag-point out ka, ito pala yung ginagawa nyo Paggising ng 7 to 8, naglalaba ka or nagluluto ka ng breakfast. Pagdating ng 8 to 9, nanonood ka ng Be Careful with My Heart. Grabe, ang old ng sound.
Ano nga?
Wala kasing TV, no? Let's say, nanonood sila ng Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, with their kids. And then maybe that's the voice that you want to incorporate with your brand. So storytelling mo, okay, watch Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, with your kid while enjoying the stevia sweetener at home and be energetic throughout the day. Yes, Papa. Mga ganong voice. So, yun. Ano mo siya? It's a micro-series, stories, tapos connected yung marketing and branding mo. So, if you want to know more, click the message button, Walter Rogon. Let's talk. De joke lang. Ayun.
Yan. So, hello Coach, nagkaroon ako ng idea. Thanks Coach Mariel pala. Yan, yung kanina.
You're welcome, Sir Danjon.
Yan.
Ayan.
Hello, Sir Danjon.
Ayan, ito si Sir Jen Valdez nanonood. Isa to sa mga e-com lodi natin from 90-day e-com challenge. Yan, si Sir Jen sabi niya, this is an underrated topic to talk about. More on this kind of topic. Galing po ng pagkaka-explain, dami natutunan habang nakikinig sa speaker. Napansin ko tuloy ang personal brand niya. Subtle and strong. Subtle and strong talaga. Yes.
If I recall kanina, Coach Trixie, I mentioned my archetypal mix is Sage and Outlaw. So Outlaw is a very strong brand. At the same time, pag Sage kasi more of a thinker, explainer, researcher. So, yun, thinker. So, yeah. Oo, tama yan, sir. So, that's the voice that you want to find din.
Galing.
Be consistent with that. Ayun.
So, di ba, no, from listening to you lang, people already know what's your brand. Diba? So, that's very important. So, diba? So, galing. Thank you, Coach Jen, for watching and for listening. Ayan.
Thank you po.
from Miss Pia, smooth na smooth Coach Walter. Love it.
Number one fan talaga to si Miss Pia. Hello, Miss Pia. I hope to see you soon and order po ako ng lugaw, my favorite, lalo na paggabi. Order po
Yan.
kayo ng lugaw kay Miss Pia, masarap po yun.
Yan. Message lang. Miss Pia Spiritu. Ayan. And from Sir Gabriel Luna again, is it okay to hire GAs if you own outsourced graphic studio?
Ano po yung GA? General Accountant?
Hindi. Ano ta,
Graphic
graphic artist. I think graphic artist. Sorry na.
Oh my, sorry. Gab, sorry. Is it okay to hire Sorry talaga. Meron kasing private chat na tatawa ako.
Graphic artist.
Um, it's the same if you have a digital marketing agency, you hire digital marketers. Kasi you cannot do it alone naman if you scale up, di ba? So, yeah, okay lang. Kasi may mga photography studio dyan na nag-hire sila ng photographer as well. Hindi lang sila nag-work on their own kasi maaring ang dami na nilang clients, hindi na nila kaya, nung owner, hindi na kayang i-handle lahat ng mga customers or mga gigs or mga events. So, nag-hire sila ng mga photographers and meron akong client na photography studio yung business niya. And nag-umpisa siya lang, tapos nung nag-scale na siya, may sarili lang brand talaga yung business, nag-hire siya pa ng dalawa kasi sobrang dami na nilang gigs. Meron din akong client na videographer, um, sila naman mag-asawa and then nag-hire sila ng assistant na isa. So it's not wrong to hire lalo na if you want to scale. Kasi you cannot do it on your own pag kumpanya ka na. CEO ka tas ikaw lang mag-isa. Imagine, di ba? Kaya nga may mga employees, may mga rank and file employees because those employees help you to achieve your vision as a brand, as a company, or as an organization. Yun.
Yeah.
Only if you have money to hire. But if not, wag na. It will hurt you.
Yes, there's a right time to outsource, diba? People or hire people. So, yan. Yun. Then, from Miss Fanny, what if I'm selling branded products like MK Coach, Kate Spade, so mga branded items to, is still okay to incorporate it to my own branding?
Hirap. Hirap na to. Miss Fanny, alam mo kasi may tinatawag kasi tayong certified retailers. For example, sa sapatos, Soul Academy, Tobies,
Yeah.
Sports Central, I'm not sure. Or let's say sa mga PC, sa mga computers, PC Express,
Silicon
Digital
Valley.
Studio, yun, mga ganon. Or kaya sa gaming, Data Blitz, mga ganon. They are resellers of the branded. Now, they have this retailing non-disclosure agreement, may contract sila, and they have the authority to sell. That's why it's easy for them to brand their own store because they have that authority to sell. Now, if naman galing ito sa factory tapos in order mo for a lower price, tapos gusto mong gawan siya ng store, ang branding doon, ang management ng brand doon is the positioning. Sino yung target market mo? Kasi from the looks of it, ang daming online sellers na they win eh. Na nagkakaroon pa rin sila ng win kahit branded yung products nila at kahit wala silang sariling color combination, ganyan. At mahirap din kasi gumawa ng websites or ng Lazada store sa mga branded products because limited. Hindi sila approved ng Lazada in the first place unless you have the authority to sell. Yun yung sinasabi ko. Saka sila mag-approve. Mahirapan ka din mag-FB ads kasi branded. Unless Nike yung i-handle mo page account. Parang ganon. So, for this one, wala kasi akong experience so I cannot share more valuable, alam mo yun, tips or advice. Pero, madami kasing online sellers na they really scale their business being a supplier of these branded products without having siguro ito na lang, brand yourself. Personal brand yung i-build mo dito, yung credibility mo, yung credibility mo as a supplier, as a person who handles these
Luxury items.
branded products papunta dun sa
Mm.
mga customers mo or resellers or dropshippers. Siguro yun na lang din. Mahirap kasi to i-promote lalo na limited lang.
Pero
Ang
sa
advice ko dyan siguro, Coach Trixie, kuha sila ng authority to sell.
sa IG
Para
kasi ang dami niyan, 'di ba? Mga artista na ano nila. So yun. Tapos yun.
Tsaka mahirap yan yung pricing kasi bawal ka bumaba sa standard nila. May mga ganun pa yan eh. Diba, Louis Vuitton, 1.5 million. Di bawal mo siyang ibenta ng 1 million kasi may agreement kayo with the pricing agreement with the seller.
True.
Ganon. Tsaka pag ibenta mo siya ng 500,000, nawawala kasi yung pagka-premium ng brand. Mahi-hurt yung brand ng Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
Kaya,
Yes.
yun.
Correct.
Ayun. Wala akong ma-share. Ikaw nga, Coach.
Hindi tama naman din yun. Kasi nga talaga dito sa atin, kapag branded products, mahirap talaga siya ibenta. Lalo na, di ba, pag padala pa lang sa customs pa natin. Doon si Miss Fanny is nasa Korea. 'Di ba? Sa Korea kasi kahit pa paano legal naman sa kanila magbenta ng branded products eh. So, I'm not really sure din paano yung proseso din. But dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, medyo mahigpit na sa ganyan. 'Di ba? Kaya yun. Ayun. And yun, from Sir Gabriel Luna ulit. Guys, kapag may questions pa kayo, comment lang po kayo. So, follow up kay Miss Fanny, ninad ba ng may agreement mismong company? I think nasagot mo na to. Mismong company, if walang agreement sa mismong company brand, pero gusto mag-resell. Nagre-resell ng Logitech products and gaming chairs, pero nai-hit yung rate nila as seller and trusted sila. So, yun. I think, nagre-resell sila ng mga products. I think, meron kasi ako kilala, ano siya, nagbebenta rin siya ng mga laptops. Ano na siya ngayon sa Lazada, Lazmall seller siya.
Lazmall na.
Kasi, Lazmall na. Kasi nakakuha siya ng certificate or authorization to sell yung branded na laptop. So, yun. If kilala niyo si Ryan Sito, so, yun. Siya yun. Isa siya sa mga top seller sa Lazada na from regular seller, nasa Lazmall na yung brand niya. Yung store niya. So, yun. Nakakuha lang.
Nice.
I think yun. May agreement nga yan and authorization to sell. So, yun. So, tama ba yun? Yun ba yung sagot ng
Ang sabi niya, what if walang agreement? Sell at your own risk yan.
Yeah, sell at your own risk. Talaga.
At hindi namin tinuturo sa six-figure mentorship program yan.
Yeah.
Kasi going back kay Miss Fanny, meron silang authority to sell. Meron silang kontrata talaga na na alam ko na mention na yan ni Miss Fanny before. Meron silang contact, meron silang pinag-uusapan, and then they uphold to those contract, verbal and non-verbal. Ayun.
Ayan. Sabi kasi ni Miss Fanny, sa akin may tax from Korea Customs. Hindi pwede pumasok sa Korean fake item. So, yun. Yun nga. So,
yes.
Yun. I think if you're authorized naman, then wala naman problema. And remember, di ba may na-share ako nito yung nagpatulfo na nag-resell siya ng mga gadgets na hindi siya authorized. So, ngayon, hinold nila Lazada yung payout niya. So, ngayon, nireklamo niya sila Lazada ba't daw na hold yung payout niya. Kasi hiningan nga siya ng authorization letter na or documents if ba siya certified distributor ng mga gadgets na binibenta niya. bago i-release yung payout. So, ngayon, si seller sabi niya, bakit madami naman nagbebenta ng ng ganitong brand sa Lazada, tapos hindi sila nahuli. So, yun yung sinasabi ni Coach Walter na sell at your own risk. It's not because maraming gumagawa, tama. Diba?
Yeah.
So, yun.
Ang
Not
ganda
because
nun.
Not because nakita mo siya nagbebenta, malaki kita niya, tama yun. Kasi you'll never know. Pag yan na-tsempuhan, pareho kayo, patay. so yun. Diba?
Yes.
So, yan. So, okay lang ba i-resell yung product ng reseller? Sorry, mali yung grammar. I-resell yung product na reseller? Oo naman, diba? Okay lang, ibenta mo yung item na nire-resell ng isang reseller, but ano na yun, parang
Hurt na yung markup.
yung markup, margin, di ba? But saka ba't ka pa sa reseller bibili kung pwede naman sa company mismo, di ba? Parang ganun. Manufacturer, sa mismo supplier, bakit sa reseller pa? Kaya nga minsan, di ba, pag naghahanap din ako ng item, ay ano ba yan? Ano na to? Brand, malayo na sa branding. I mean, hindi, like ko sinasabi na pass ako sa retailer or sa reseller kasi hinahanap ko talaga yung yung pinakapuno nung item, yung supplier mismo. So, but yeah, you can resell items from a reseller, but yun nga, it can hit the markup margin. So, yun. Ayan. I'm earning 100K per month. Wow. Hypothetically pala.
Claim mo na to.
Ang react agad eh. Do I need to register in BIR kahit digital e-com naman siya?
Baka strong yung sagot ko, coach. Ikaw na.
Hindi, sige. Ako kasi, tawag dito, basta kumikita ka, kailangan, for me, it's your responsibility to pay taxes.
As the citizen of the
As a
Philippines.
citizen of the Philippines, yes. Totoo po yan. Kasi paying taxes is a privilege for me. Kasi yung mga tao ngayon, parang ang naging mindset nila, ayoko nga mag-register kasi ko-corrupt lang naman ng mga officials. Yun yung naging mindset. But hindi kasi yun eh. Kapag negosyante ka, hindi dapat na yung mindset mo. It's more of your business growth. Diba? If you are BIR registered, you are more parang legit, trusted, mas malakas yung loob mo na magbenta kasi alam mo na may documents ka nga and mas mag-scale ng business. So, kaya kapag nagna-decide mo maging online seller, ayan na talaga yung gusto mo. Dapat ang goal mo, maging registered yung business mo. Hindi forever na hindi ka nagbabayad ng tax. That's, for me, wrong mindset yan ng mga gusto mag-online selling. Na gusto lang kumita pero hindi magta-tax. So, yun. So, kung 100K per month, I assume kung per month yan, mag-1 million ka ng isang taon, dapat talaga. Kasi di ba ang threshold lang naman is 250K? Tama ba, Kat? 250K para hindi ka alam ko kasi may threshold eh. Hanggat hindi mo yun okay lang not to register. Ang alam ko.
Umalis siya.
Umalis. But yeah.
Yes
but
daw, yes.
If kumikita ka na ng milyon, lalo na kung you should really register. So, yan. Kahit na digital, 'di ba? Kasi pag digital e-com, yan ba yung mga nag-offer pag sinabing digital e-com, yan yung mga nag-offer ng services?
Di ba, Coach Trixie, nahihirapan tayo mag-register ngayon sa BIR kasi hindi nila ma-select kung saan tayo nagpo-fall kasi digital products tayo. So, kaya may work around na ginawa na legit din, ginagawa din ng mga digital marketers, yung LLC, di ba? Ayoko mag-deep dive sa process, I'm not the expert. Pero yun.
Kasi pa rin naman kasi tayo.
So, mag-register as LLC. Magbabayad ka ng tax.
Yeah, but the reason why, for me, I encourage din yung mga course creator or na mag-register. Kasi if you want your, yun nga, di ba, business big then, I mean, magagamit mo rin kasi talaga yung documents nun eh, to scale, 'di ba? So, yun. That's why kami din, we are really planning to register six-figure e-com. We don't want na parang nagpapaano lang para sign up for enrollment. We want it to be a legal company, legal
Yeah.
business. So, yun.
Tsaka on process na siya
Yes.
talaga.
Kasi, lalo na, if you are collecting large amount of money, then sa bank, di ba, na ano yun eh, na nagtatanong yung bangko, saan nanggagaling yung pera? And yun yung una nilang itatanong sa'yo, saan galing yung ano, bakit nakakakuha ka ng ganitong pera? Lalo na siguro kung yung bank account mo, hindi sanay tumanggap ng milyon, di ba? So yung bangko, magtataka talaga sila saan galing, 'di ba? Baka inimbestigahan ka talaga nila. But yun nga. Yun yung iniingatan din namin na ayun. And we really want to have our yun nga, basta own documents to scale din. So yun. I hope na answer namin yung regarding sa BIR. Ayan. Need ba ng DTI nationwide registration? DTI, nationwide registration. Kasi di ba yung DTI naman kasi is parang ni-reserve niya lang yung ano nito eh, dito, yung company name. And meron siyang specific time frame lang for you, nakasunod dapat ma-register mo or else mape-penalty ka. So yung mga, kaya nga yung mga yung proud na, ay DTI registered na ako, pero hindi naman sila nagpa-BIR registration. That's useless, guys. To be honest. Doon sa mga proud na DTI registered ako, actually, wala rin siyang used. Kasi dapat ang kasunod niyan, BIR registration, mayor's permit, ganun. And yun nga sabi ko, there is, meron siyang time frame lang na dapat after mo mag-DTI registration, mapa-register mo yun or else mapa-penalty ka. But that DTI thing, BIR registration is a different topic, so I don't want to discuss it further dito kasi hindi rin naman ako ganun kagaling about that topic. But since may experience ako about registration, so yun yung sinishare ko sa inyo ngayon. So yun. Yan.
Balik tayo branding.
Oo nga, balik tayo sa branding, guys. Branding pa lang tayo. Branding pa lang. Let's focus on about branding. So, Coach Walter, I miss listening to your lessons. Ayun lang.
Yes. Hello, kung sino ka man. Thank you.
So, if you want to hear more about Walter, you can connect with him through Content Generator Formula page. So, yan. Follow nyo siya doon. And i-friend nyo na rin siya. Baka naman. Ayan. Ako, pag nalaman kong reseller pala, hinahanap ko main supplier. Yes. Why go for resellers if you can go for the supplier? So, yan.
Wag mo lang siya itanong kasi that's
Oo, hindi ko
medyo,
masabi na reseller. Pero
Wag mo
obvious
siyang
naman yun
tanong.
sa price.
Oo.
Common sense na lang sa price. So, yun. Ayun. So, sabi niya, ito pala. Basta kumikita ka na ng 3 million per annum required to be registered sa BIR.
Yeah, 3M. Sasabihin ko sana yung 3M eh. Kaso di ako sure.
Actually,
yes.
no, I think this one is for Lazada, but for sa sa local, sa Philippines mismo, basta more than 250K na yung kinikita mo, you should really register your business.
Itong 3M ata is for the VAT.
Yeah.
Threshold.
Yes. Yun din.
Wait,
But
di ako
anyway,
expert.
huwag na natin
Kinalimutan ko na yan.
Hindi ko rin ako expert about the registrations.
May kanya-kanya po kaming accountants. Yan, si Coach Dixie meron, ako meron, si Coach Darwin meron, si Kat meron, si Mariel meron.
Yeah. If you want
Yon.
to know more about taxation, follow nyo po yung Taxumo. They are the one who's doing my taxes. So, ayan, special
Yeah.
mention sa Taxumo. So, yan. Ayun, so, ang sagot na to kanina, and am I late for this? I think dahil ngayon ka na nag-comment, oo yata.
Yes.
Yes, you're already late kasi nasa Q&A na. So, ayun, that's the last comment actually. So, Coach Walter, before we end, yun pala, may mga questions pa po ba kayo, pahabol or clarifications about branding? Sobrang dami ko natutunan today.
Sa SFP na group, meron pa. Ay, sa page. Madami pa, coach.
Bakit hindi sila nakikita?
Ako na lang magbabasa.
Sige,
Okay lang
sige.
ba?
Sige, go.
Ay naku, wala na yung ano. Kailangan po ba ng good copywriting skills kapag magsa-start ka pa lang ng dropshipping? From Miss Jenny May Saldana.
Tayo na lang sumagot in behalf of... ikaw na lang. Kasi
Ikaw yung
naman.
nag-recruit sa akin eh.
Hindi, sige. Kasi
Nagtagtulakan. Si Mariel na lang.
Okay, ano yan? Ano yan? Yung copywriting.
Sige, go Mariel. Share.
Go Mariel, share.
Sa akin naman kasi, copywriting in general is a really essential skill, of course, especially if you have a business. So, whether dropshipping man yan, pero feeling ko kasi in life talaga, and in this digital age, if hindi ka marunong mag-copywriting, I think baka mahirapan ka to make it happen with your business, kahit anong business yan. So, for me, it's a really essential skill na kailangan mong matutunan, hindi lang dahil for e-com. Basta in life, ayun, in life in general, it's an essential skill na nakikita ko. Ayun, sige. Add ka, Coach Walter. Back to you.
Copywriting. You get more customer if you know how to persuade people to buy your products. Either dropshipping, Lazada, Shopee, Shopify, Facebook page account. There is a persuasion in copywriting. And in order for you to convince them to buy, kailangan yung copywriting. Tapos may mag-argue dyan, ayoko kasi ng mga habang caption walang nagbabasa. Akala nyo lang. Sa email pa lang, mag-introduce ka lang ng products mo sa email. There are a lot of people reading your copy, kahit gaano kahaba, very dramatic, kahit anong products. Basta alam mo kung copywriting. Hindi kasi alam ng tao gumawa ng copy, kaya hindi nila na-appreciate. Kaya yung mga tao nagsasabi na hindi naman kailangan ng copywriting, hindi sila kasi marunong. Yun lang yun. And this is a very... Sa Lorikit pala, makita mo yung mga sinusulat doon. Copywriting yun. Sa billboard, pag may nakita kang mga sinusulat doon, that's copywriting. Saan pa? Sa product descriptions, that's copywriting. Imagine mo pare-parehas ng product description. Doon ka sa supplier, walang emosyon, walang persuasion, papabili ka kaya? Sama-sama yun Yung sinasabi kong branding, kasama yung copywriting doon. Yung content niya. So, sayang if you don't leverage learning the skill, you're missing a lot.
Yun. And yung sabi ko nga lagi, copywriting din talaga is underrated skills sa mga nag-e-commerce. Parang, dapat kasi pag nag-e-commerce ka talaga or online seller ka, isa yun sa dapat na inaaral mo. That's why yung iba nagtatanong, bakit wala pa rin bumibili, alam mo ng item nila. Baka kasi yung tone din nung caption mo is not right for the target market na yun nga yung binibentahan mo. So, ayun. Mahalaga siya for me din na marunong ka.
Magandang combo dyan, coach, yung SEO tsaka copywriting.
Yes.
Yun.
Yes.
Kailangan bang SEO? Oo.
Sobra. Yes. Diba? Kaya tayo mga nag-e-commerce or sa mga gusto pa lang pasukin ng e-commerce, yun yung mga skills na dapat meron kayo to be a successful ecompreneurs or entrepreneurs. Hindi yan dapat mawawala. Copywriting, Facebook ads, SEO, yan yung mga yan, yung mga skills na yan. Hindi tayo, or branding, di ba? Website optimization, yan talaga yung mga dapat alam natin. Hindi lang paano magbenta. Because there's a lot of factor affects how we sell our products and to generate more sales. So, yun. So, yun. And, ayun, I hope na answer yun kung dapat na may copywriting. So, yes, dapat talaga. Si Sir Gabriel ulit. What can you say? Dapat charge na natin to Sir Gabriel eh. De, joke lang. Joke lang. What can you say sa nakikipag-exchange ng likes sa isang page para mag-grow yung page likes? Hindi ako naniniwala dito. No.
May input ako.
Yes,
Ako
sige,
din
go.
eh. Pero
Ay,
sige,
okay.
go.
Sige muna. Ay, sige, sorry.
Sige na, go
Ayun.
na,
For me
Mariel.
kasi, pag nag-exchange ka ng likes to grow your page, maapektuhan yung data mo. Especially if gusto mo mag-scale with Facebook ads, yung mga matatarget mong people ay low quality. Kumbaga,
Yeah.
itatarget mo yung mga people na ay pa-like, siguro ganun. Kasi yung intent nila ay interested sila sa page mo at interested sila to buy your product. Imbes na mag-multiply ka ng taong gustong bilhin yung product mo, mag-multiply ka ng taong ay pa-like, gano'n. So, ayun yung masasuggest ko. Kaya talaga, for me, maraming shortcut. Pero, pag nag-shortcut kayo, alalahanin nyo na there's always parang a price or like hindi magandang opposite. Kaya, tayo dito, ethically. Hindi ko naman sinasabing hindi ethical yung pag-exchange ng like. For me lang, tsaka mas masaya din kasi 'di ba sa loob na ay parang organic to, hindi ako nag-like or whatever. Pero of course, kanya-kanya strategy. Sa akin kasi maapektuhan din yung hindi lang yung brand mo, pati na rin yung data mo to scale your business. So, ayun lang. Ayun lang po. Back to you.
Yun, tama.
Tsaka,
Kaya yung sa... Ay, sige, go.
social
Go,
media
go,
to,
go, go.
no? Kung gusto yung mag-grow yung page nyo, enroll kayo sa social media management course ko. The joke lang. Quality over quantity. I remember I managed a page less than 600 likes and it generated 32,000 in less than 7 days. And it beat those brands, those pages na may 30,000 plus, 50,000 plus na hindi naman nagkakaroon ng conversions. Why? Because the quality of the followers are not that qualified. So yun,
Yes.
wag na lang daw gawin, sabi ni Mariel. You can do that, but it will hurt again your audience, followers, engagements, tapos madidisappoint ka. Dami kong followers, bakit wala naman nag-engage? Eh, sinong may problema? Sinong may strategy na mali? 'Di ba? Parang ganun. So, I would rather have a 500 followers pero mako-convert ko lahat than having a 500,000 followers without even moving a needle.
True.
Ganun siya. SFE has started 300 followers and it generated 6-figure in just less than 24 hours. So, followers matter at some point, yes, but for me, conversion matters most. Kasi you're doing business eh. So ano ba? Ano bang gusto mong gawin, di ba? If you build relationship, di pa parang friends mo lang yan, di ka naman pwede friends sa lahat. Di ba? Friends ka ng lahat.
Yes.
Hindi ikaw na. Pero quality ba? Ganun.
Natin yung quality talaga. Kasi mamaya, parang sa Lazada store lang yan eh. Nag-message blast ka, paki-like naman yung store, ganyan-ganyan. Parang kang 1,000 likes, puro friends mo naman. Yung mga friends mo hindi naman bumibili. So, useless yung followers mo or yung likes mo. Kung, yun nga, hindi sila quality. I mean, nakuha mo yung likes, not because they really want the products or yung interested sila sa page mo. Kumbaga, parang naawa lang sila sa sige na nga, kulit naman ito eh. Like na nga natin. Ganun. So, parang ganun din yung sa YouTube channel ko, di ba? Hindi ko siya pinopromote. Sabi ko nga kasi, I want to have quality subscribers and viewers. Though mabagal, pero at least alam ko yung mga nag-subscribe doon, kaya sila nag-subscribe, it's because they find value doon sa channel, not because mga kaibigan ko yung nandun. 'Di ba? So, hindi rin talaga ako nagpapa-message basta may paki-like naman, ganyan. 'Di ba? So, let the target audience talaga yung mag-like, hindi yung mga friendship. Though pwede naman yung support, pero hindi nga siya maging quality. Tama sila. So, yun. Magtuturo daw po ba kayo ng about funnels? At i-charge na talaga natin siya. Malapit na.
Funnel Lead Overload by Coach Roel Ruelo. Doon po kayo
Yun.
mag-enroll.
Yun.
Yun lang. Yun lang sasabihin ko. Coach Roel, kung nakikinig ka naman, baka naman po.
Baka naman. Wait ka naman.
Grabe daming commercial.
Oo nga, baka naman po, mga
Baka naman po.
coaches.
SEO Coach Kirk, baka naman. Naya ako bigla. Wait lang.
SEO by Coach Kirk Roldan. Yan, baka
Oo,
naman.
yan. Baka naman.
Ayan,
Pasponsor.
isang tanong pa ni Coach, isa pang tanong nito ni Sir Gabriel. Ayan. Sa page po, say na reach po certain milestone, okay po ba na mag-giveaway? Basta totoo yung giveaway.
Uy.
Basta totoo yung giveaway. Ako yes. Kasi ginawa ko yan before. And kasi kaya ako nagpa-giveaway naman dati. Kasi parang meron yung strategy na share mo to sa share the page, then tag your 3 friends. Tapos dapat i-share din nila yung page mo. Parang ganun. Tapos, ayun, nagpa-giveaway, legit na nagpa-giveaway ako at talagang binigay ko yung prize. So, make sure na kapag nagpa-giveaway kayo, legit, yung talagang may nanalo. Hindi yung gawa-gawang may nanalo lang. Oops. So, yun. But that's advisable. That's one strategy for me.
When it comes to social media marketing, giveaway may or may not work. Kasi ang mga makukuha mo lang reach and engagements or likes doon ay yung mga freeloaders. They just want the free stuff. After nun, they forget you like you never exist. Ganon.
True.
So, kung ako magpapa-giveaway, I would rather have
Pumili na parang ganun.
ano ulit? Ano po ulit?
Kung magpapa-giveaway ka, dapat dun sa mga repeat buyers mo na, yun talagang loyal.
Yeah.
Engagers dun sa page. Parang ganun. Tama ba?
Tama naman. Nawala ko, wait lang. Na ano yung ano ko. Ayun. Sige. Sa Facebook page, madami pang questions.
Meron pa ba? Parang wala na ako nakikita eh.
Meron dito, how do you, asan na yun? About buyer's persona. How do you build your buyer persona po? Pwede pa elaborate po.
Buyer's persona.
Opo. Madaming questions sa page. Sige, pagbigyan natin. Hanggang ano tayo. So, buyer persona, actually you can have HubSpot. They have the free assessment of your buyer persona there. You have the questions na if you fill in, like for example, the demographics, the psychographics, the location of your target market, saan sila nakastay, anong age, anong company sila naka-involve or ilang employees ang meron, what are their pains and challenges, ano yung dreams nila about this certain topic, ano yung problems nila pagdating dito, ganyan. Meron yon hubspot.com, build buyer's persona HubSpot. I-search nyo lang siya. Then it will give you option or magpa-pop out yon sa Google search na buyer's persona, mag-fill in na lang kayo. Then i-download nyo lang yon, that's for free. Tapos yun na yung gawin yung basis for your buyer's persona, and customer target market research and analysis. Yun.
Ay, tapos, meron nga, no, sabi, hingi daw siya tips if ang product ko for branding is painting. So, painting. So,
Mm.
artist siya.
Mhm. Maganda to kwentuhan mo yung painting. Ano yung feeling ko, magfo-focus ako dun sa kwento ng painting. Ano yung story, ano yung emotional attachment ng artist dun sa paint na to, ano yung naging inspiration. Make it more emotional rather than salesy. Siguro yun yung gawin mo. And branding is, gawa ka siguro ng sarili mong store, pop-up store. Then, analyze mo yung pwedeng peg mo. Are you into minimalistic, simple? Are you into very, ano ba yung mga pegs ng painting mo? Medyo ano ba? Medyo rebellious ba? So, you have to pick some personality color that would resonate that kind of voice and characteristic. Yun, you have to identify which one. Pero if I would go with this, personally gusto ko maging minimalistic siya. Let's say, if ever ang canvas ko, wow, kala mo expert eh, mapa-canvas. Kung ang mga materials ko like is organic, I would go for medyo earthy colors. Yan. Para at least doon pa lang sa vision ko na I want to promote artists with using the organic stuff ng ano na wala akong chemicals to destroy the environment. So doon pa lang sa earthy colors na mapipili ko, may ibang voice na ako na binibigay. Parang gano'n. And you have to really think, wag ka na mag-overthink, no? Actually, kahit Instagram lang to, okay to. Yun. Tsaka, is this your passion? And is it the purpose you want to fulfill kay Lord? Kasi kung oo, continue mo lang to. Kasi meron kasi akong mga friends na um, underappreciated kasi yung mga artist natin na lalo na sa painting, ganyan. Parang hindi nila na-appreciate yung art. And I would also suggest na look at the behind the scenes of this painting, kung paano mo siya ginawa hanggang papunta sa output. People love to see the process rather than the output. Maganda yung output, pero mas maganda kasi yung humble beginning, tapos nag-umpisa ka sa isang linya, nagdagdag ka ng dalawang dots, tapos it turned out to be uh, a masterpiece after. So, ganun yung pwede mong gawing approach doon. Ipakita mo sa mga tao yung behind the scenes din. Then, ano pa? Wala na akong maisip eh. Sa characteristics or personality kasi ng brand mo, I'm not sure if ano yung mga may artist kasi Coach Trixie na parang abstract lang, may artist na minimalistic, may artist na very nature ang dating, may artist na very hindi mo maintindihan kung art ba. May mga ganon. Pero abstract nga yun. May mga artist naman na very detailed, human ang ano nila, ang human ang face ng tao yung paint nila, iba may nature naman. So, you have to identify din kung ano. Kung sabog-sabog naman at whatever floats your boat, yun yung pinipaint mo, okay lang din naman. Just find a sweet spot doon sa lahat ng peg mo. Yun, ganun. Ganun siya. Hirap ng
Yun.
tanong. Kasi hindi ko
Ayan.
hindi ko nakikita yung core ng brand kaya medyo mahirap din siya sagutin.
Mm. Okay, so that's from Sir Clint, I think. Yun. And ito naman po from Miss Mars Cow. Any tips for branding a store, not as a product? Example, Pieceworks, Susing, grocery, etc. Thank you.
General
Branding ng
store.
store. Yeah, branding ng mismong store, hindi ng product.
Ganito. parang ang alam na alam ko pero hindi ko pa to na-apply. Ini-imagine ko lang to in my head when I work with one of these brands. ang kung store yung inaano mo, mag-sketch ka ng peg mo. Mag-sketch ka mismo ng peg. How would you look? How would you uh, ano sa tingin mo yung look and feel ng store mo? Tapos yung ang tawag doon, yung pagkalagay-lagay ng mga materials, may psychology kasi yon. Like for example, si National Bookstore, bakit may mesa sa loob ng books? Because they want the value of National Bookstore is to feel this is a business of family oriented, rooted from the history of family ng anong apelyido ng mga National Bookstore, nakalimutan ko, but yeah, anyway, ganun kasi yung values nila na very family oriented at they want that value to convey doon sa brand nila. So ang ginawa nila, yung mga books meron sa mesa. Nilalagay nila sa mesa para at least pag pumunta ka, it is as if you're eating dinner with your family. There is a psychology with that. So i-consider mo din 'yon, kung anong store 'yan. Then ang ginagawa ng mga laptops ngayon, meron parang working station na maganda, sobrang aliwalas, ang linis, para ma-feel mo na you're working in the office once i-touch mo yung display. And there is a psychology also with that. At ito pa, kung grocery store naman, ano yung nasa eye level, ano yung nasa low level. Pag eye level at easily reached by hands kasi, ibig sabihin that's your best seller. Pansinin mo yung close-up or Colgates, sino ang nasa eye level mo or nasa hands level. Identify mo kung ano. So punta kayo sa mga sa Pure Gold, sa department store, ano yung nasa eye level nila mo as a seller. Yung easily reach kasi yung sa pinakataas. Ibig sabihin, yung mga nasa easily reach, yun yung pinoportray ng store na best seller yan, kunin mo. So that's another psychology then. And you have to position your product na may hierarchy. Hindi lahat ilagay mo dyan na kung ano-ano lang. So you have to identify, like in an online store, may best seller pick ka sa Lazada store mo as well as sa physical store mo. Ayun. At yan, ako na lang po mag-isa sa live. Ayun, ganun siya. So any more, any question? Nawala ata sila. Huwag niyo akong iwan. Another question. Nawala kayo. Kinabahan ako, mag-isa na lang ako.
Ayan, hello.
Yun.
Ayan.
Sa branding po, saan po usually mag-outsource ng products to sell? Ako, mahirap sagutin to. Kasi hindi po talaga nag-share ng supplier si e-com owner. What you can do is find a supplier on your own. Ayan. Or, para mapadali buhay mo, enroll ka sa 6-figure e-com, we give you suppliers, list of suppliers, numbers of suppliers. Then, tuturuan ka namin mag-brand, tuturuan ka namin mag-position, mag-copywriting, mag-website optimization if you want to scale, and to promote your product through Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Smooth. Smooth ng promotion. Yun. Sorry, hindi ko po masasagot. Tsaka baka po magalit yung mga students namin kung saan sila nag-outsource. So, it's not our story to tell. Yun po yun.
Yan. Ano pa ba?
Ano pa? Hi. Can branding, rebranding still change the game for a saturated product? Coach Trixie, ikaw sumagot.
Ako po kasi talaga, sabi ko nga sinasabi, I believe in competition but not in saturation talaga. And yes, branding is, can change the game. Unang-una pa lang doon, not just the design ng store, but yung, yung voice din talaga na gusto mong ipakita dun sa mga buyers. Like, if yung design ng store mo, if show ba siya ng caring, or it solves their problem, yung mga ganun ba, papakita mo. So, madaming factor. And yes, branding can change the game. Kaya nga 'di ba, bakit ang dami nagbebenta ng rejuvenating set? 'Diba? Pero still, may marami pa rin kumikita and marami pa rin naggagawa ng ganong item. Yung mga lip tints na lang, 'di ba? I mean, health and beauty niche, ganon. Mga t-shirts. Ang dami nagbebenta ng t-shirts online, pero bakit meron pa ring kumikita ng milyon? I mean, 'di ba? Because they have their own brand. They have their own voice. And ang ganda, maganda yung positioning ng store nila. So, yun. Kaya, yun nga bakit marami pa ring seller sasabi na, ba't wala akong benta? Minsan, hindi naman talaga din yung item yung problema or yung saturated na yung market, but the problem is yung kung paano mo pinoposition yung store and yung item mo sa market. So, yun. Tama ba? Yan.
Galing. Ayun.
Ah,
Next question.
Oo.
Facebook, regarding Facebook contest giveaway. Hindi po ba against Facebook rules yung asking for likes, follows, tags, or shares? Hindi
Wala si
naman.
wala. Mm-mm.
Hindi
Ang dami
naman.
kaya nun. Ang dami kaya nagpapaganon din, di ba? Not
Pero
unless
does
I think Facebook ads. Bawal yata yung sa ads, di ba? Pero kung lang, okay lang.
organic, ginagawa to ng marami.
Yeah,
Hindi naman,
organic. Yeah, organic, yes. But kung i-ads mo, yun yung bawal. Di ba?
Tsaka, somehow, it will hurt also your algorithm. Hindi ipopromote ni Facebook pag literal ka nagpapalike or share. Even if comment below for ganito, madidetect kasi ni Facebook if parang you're asking for something na ganito. So, halimbawa, comment, share the ganyan-ganyan, like the ganito, ganyan yun. Makikita ni Facebook yun. So, somehow, hindi siya mapopromote or tataas yung organic reach because medyo spammy yung dating sa kanila noon. So, di niya yun ipopromote. So, iwasan nyo yung ganong words kung magkakaroon kayo ng ano. And Instagram giveaway is very effective since 2018. And update ko kayo kung paano sa IG marketing. Nasa ano pa ako Marami pang modules, di ko pa tapos. Yun.
So, ayun. Nahiya na daw siya magtanong. Okay lang, tanong. Okay lang po, tanong lang.
How to determine what is selling in the market para po malaman ano ang bumebenta na product? Google Trends. Di ba, Coach? Google Trends.
Yeah, maraming factor or maraming consideration to know paano malalaman kung bumibenta or hindi. Depende. Marami. Marami kang research na gagawin. But one thing is for sure, you need to test it. If gusto mo ibenta yung item, test mo kung bumibenta. Yun lang naman Yun yung number 1 na makasagot doon. Try mo ibenta para malaman mo if winning item siya or kung talagang mabenta talaga siya. Test the item. Test the product. So, yun. Ayun. Meron pa ba? I think wala naman na. And it's like 3 hours already, guys. And thank you sa mga nagstay, sa mga nanonood pa rin hanggang ngayon. And thank you so much for watching.
How
We
much?
really hope.
Ito po.
Ano yun? May pahabol? Hello? Walter? Hello?
Hello?
Ayan. Diyan ka pa.
May question pa, Coach. How much is the enrollment fee daw sa 6-figure eco-mentorship?
Our mentorship program is priced at 35K. But this is not but 6-figure ecom is not just an ordinary course na manonood ka ng video tapos na. Inside 6-figure ecom, we guide the students and we make sure na magkaka-result talaga sila. Lagi namin sila parang paano ba to? Tinatanong, kamusta ka na? Nasang phase ka na ba ng ng business mo? Nakapag-start ka na ba? Kung hindi pa, bakit? anong pumipigil sa'yo, parang ganon. That's why sabi nga ni Coach Darwin kanina, kaya kailangan niya umalis agad kasi meron silang accountability call. So, yun yung isa yun sa proud ako na meron sa six-figure ecom. We have accountability call, we have support group talaga. And yun nga, not just sa course na manonood ka lang ng recordings. No. We are updating our lessons and ayun.
We're
And
adding lessons.
we're adding lessons, not just updating, but we're adding lessons, lalo na ngayong 2021. Kasi ganun naman talaga dapat, lalo na if you decided to, talaga, e-commerce. Hindi kasi siya yung alam mo ng 2018, ganun pa rin yung ngayong 2021 or ng 2020 eh. Nagbabago siya. So, we should keep on learning. We should keep
Yes.
updating and adding skills. And yun yung ginagawa namin inside our mentorship program. And the 35K, it already includes branding, e-commerce strategy, copywriting, Facebook ads, and website optimization lessons. So, yan. Plus, yun na, marami kang mga bonuses like we are giving like our yun, I gave them my manufacturer and suppliers. So, di ba, doon pa lang. Winner na
And
sila
you can
doon.
actually build connections with students na
Yes.
nasa abroad, kaya napapansin niyo may nag-export sa South Korea kasi may student kaming taga South Korea tapos in-export yung products from the Philippines. So, di ba, we're helping the economy as well ng Philippines. Po, di ba? Lifetime
Yes.
access po ba? For the third batch, 1 year access na lang siya. So, yung first and second, lifetime. But for this batch, abangan nyo pala. Abangan nyo,
We
mag-offer
will announce further details regarding the third batch. So,
Pero sa
stay
1 year
tuned.
na yon, Coach, tingnan natin kung di ka pa magkapag-scale sa 1 year na yun. Di ba?
Yeah,
Then, subscription
yes.
dates na yun kung gusto mo pang mag-subscribe sa mentorship program for the second year. Ayun. Yun.
Yes. And, ayun, and not to brag din naman. Actually, hindi. Panagyayabang ko rin naman talaga eh. Na meron kami mga students na they already have their own brand and they really earning like millions. Not just 6-figure, but they're actually earning na 7 figures.
Yes.
Kaya,
Tsaka
nakaka-proud.
free yung consultation. Hindi ka kahit 3:00 ng umaga may mag-reply. De joke lang. Wag naman 3 AM.
But yeah, kasi hindi lang naman yung lessons yung babayaran mo. It's the hindi naman din yung support. You mean, support, yes. And yung network nga. Because sabi nga nila, di ba, your network is your net worth. So,
yeah, you will meet like-minded people who are into business talaga. So, ang language show, puro din business. And then, accountability call to motivate you, what keeps you from moving this ganito. Tsaka, pagkatapos mo kasi ng videos, malamang sa malamang may questions ka pa. Unless, super dali talaga, kahit sobrang dali ng lessons at you are very new to that, sobrang daming nagtatanong pa rin. Kahit super basic. So, kaya may support group. And may replay daw ba yung session na to? Ayun.
Pag-isipan po namin yan. Pero kasi we really plan not to. But because marami po kasi nag-message ngayon na OFW sila and may work kasi sila and they really want to and of course, yung puso naman talaga namin is to really help and help you to understand. We might consider po kasi ang plan talaga namin is to remove this lesson. But yeah, we will consider po para dun sa mga OFWs natin and dun sa mga nag-work. So yan, 'di ba? So yun, don't worry. We may not delete this today, but we don't know if kailan. So panoorin niyo na po habang available pa. 'Di ba? Kasi guys, ito yung mga sinabi ni Walter actually. Ano talaga to? I mean, dapat nag-enroll na tayo sa program, but he gave it for free. So, thank you Walter din pala for your time. And guys, for your time din, kasi pinakita niyo talaga how interested you are in learning. And gano'n naman talaga tayo dapat. 'Di ba? Take advantage natin yung mga ganito, yung mga free na webinars. Kasi marami ka makikilala rin talaga dito. 'Di ba? So, yun.
Ayan, no, 50 sila. You can actually,
Actually, now we
connect.
have 73
Connect.
viewers left. So,
Sa
marami pa.
page 50 tapos sa group 73. Wow, nice.
Oo.
That's
May pahabol talaga siya. Last question po. Is it okay to start a paid class like 100 fee even if kaka-start pa lang yung page na nasa 100 likes? Paid class.
Ano to? Gab, PM mo na lang ako. Hindi ko maintindihan. Wait lang. Or medyo
Siguro-
drain na yung ko, utak
Siguro
ko.
he's asking if okay lang ba mag-start ng paid class kahit maliit pa lang yung likes ng Yes, kasi kami nakapag-start na kami. Basta quality. Basta quality.
Makikita naman coach yung value na ibibigay mo sa course not
Yes.
with the page likes.
Yeah.
So focus talaga sa value, and people are looking for value more than the likes right now. Yung mga taong naghahanap ng likes, sila yung hindi after sa value, at wag mo targetin yun. Yun. Again, to sell is to find problem and then find a solution. Yun. And if that paid class is the solution to the problems of your target market, bakit ka mahihiyang mag-promote, 'di ba? Yun, go ahead. Okay lang yun.
True, yes. Tsaka yung group na yon, yung from 100 or 200 likes, kapag nag-start ka na mag-give ng value, yung word of mouth talaga, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, yun. Give value. Yun talaga. Team Puyat mga ko. Yes. Team Puyat.
Yes po. Ayun. So, close na. Okay na.
Yeah,
yata.
I think no more questions. So guys, thank you so much for attending the day 1 of our Learning Bite series, 5-day Learning Bite series. So tomorrow would be a different topic, which is how to drive traffic to your Lazada stores. So this is not just for mga existing Lazada sellers, but dun sa mga interesadong magbenta sa Lazada. So if isa ka dun, don't miss the webinar tomorrow. I'll be teaching it. And nag-hi mommy na yung anak ko. Halika, come. Ayan. So, ayan. This is my son, Boas.
Mommy?
Hello,
Yes.
Boas.
Say hi daw. Yeah, that's a shark.
What? My dog.
Duck. Okay.
Ang cute.
Yeah, ganun talaga tayo, mga mommies, diba? So, while working, nagiging mommy ka na din. So, yan. Anyway, yun sa tomorrow. So, Walter, thank you so much for today. Any last message or na gusto mo ibigay sa mga viewers natin?
Forget dropshipping, be a supplier. De joke. So, may ganun na.
Grabe.
If you want to brand your own products, if you want to build your own brand, start with the basic. Start with what we have told you. Start with the foundation of your brand for it to be more sustainable. And ayun, if you need to invest, if kinakailangan invest kasi that will build brand equity and brand assets na hindi mo mamamalayan na, uy, ito na pala yung nangyari. So, and don't be afraid and ashamed for starting small. Everyone has started small. And if ever there will be people who will tease you and scold you for not making progress, slow progress is still a progress. And I mind you, we all started with nothing. I started with sales industry without a name. I started as a freelancer without a single client. Then Coach Trixie started with 3,000 pesos na initial capital for her e-com business. And wala. And embrace the process, love the pains, expect that there will be sacrifices, but know that when you ask for the guidance from above at hingin niya yung strength niya, hingin mo, ask, and ibibigay sa'yo yun. Huwag ka lang maging stubborn. Kasi pag hindi para sa'yo, gagawa din siya ng paraan, ipahiwatig sa'yo na hindi para sa'yo yun. So, and the moment that you will going to hurt other people, may masasama na lumalabas sa bibig mo, itigil mo na yun kasi it's not for you. So, yun din natutunan ko during this pandemic season. So, yun, always and always pray na lagi naman yun. And, ayun, welcome to ethical ecom. Doing business the right way, doing business with the heart, and doing business with God. So, thank you for attending. Bye-bye.
Ayan,
Bye-bye.
so guys, see you again tomorrow, 6 p.m. for another topic. So again, this is a 5-day learning bite series. So, huwag kayo mawawala tomorrow. And mas marami pa tayong learnings na matututunan sa mga susunod na araw. Thank you for watching. And sa mga hindi pa kumakain, kain na kayo.
Hit like and subscribe and don't forget the notification
Ayan.
bell.
Thank you guys.
YouTuber pala. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. And God be all the glory. Bye. Bye.